All right, y'all. 2 Peez and a bong in the building again. It's your boy DP.
It's your boy KP.
And trying to figure out if Golden State is a contender. It's your boy Bong.
What you think?
What you think?
I don't know. I mean, it's against.
The number 2 seed.
Come on now. Come on.
Come on.
Come on now. Come on
That's
now.
That's a
Don't
come on now.
Yeah, that's a
That's-
come on now. Don't act like we wasn't talking about the
misleading.
Rockets are number 2, but
We're not
we
looking at
not
the
sure
Rockets.
if they ready.
Yeah, we're not
We
looking at
could
the
go.
Rockets.
Man, I tell you, if we was on TNT, I would be like, roll the tape and bring that shit back up. Like we were talking about the Rockets, saying like they're it's cool that they made it. They done better, and Ime Udoka is doing cool with the team and stuff. But I don't know if they're a real, true contender, like ready
They're
to
not a
contend.
contender right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
like wasn't Jalen Green is a shell of himself right now, and it's not even that he's hurt. It's just it's the playoffs, and
And
the
I'm,
moment is big. The stakes are high,
hey,
and he's going through the growing
I'm,
pains of
I'm,
being a star.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is.
What is it
It's your boy Draymond.
in his head?
Your boy Draymond Green in about 3 or 4 of their heads. And
Shangoon for sure. Like he
and
is.
and the refs is letting him. It's the refs are complicit with a lot of shit Draymond does, and it's really offensive, probably to a lot of people in the league because Draymond oversteps the line every 15 times a game. Like he can get tossed from every single game. Every single game he plays in, he can get tossed. I mean, I remember, I think it was game 3. He's running after an official in the middle of a play, like the play is live, and he is beelining to an
Oh,
official.
he got the tech.
Yeah, yeah,
He wanted the tech.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Sometimes it's like, damn, come on.
and,
To
and,
get the tech.
and it was because of a play that Draymond Green does probably 16 times a game.
Yeah,
Somebody met you at the basket. It was minimal contact. Draymond.
Yeah, he flailed.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Draymond Green is
Scotty
in.
boy had bread on the Warriors.
Scotty boy, top of the top, man. Draymond Green is in the young Houston Rockets heads, man, and he is giving you a master class on the gift side of the gift and the curse. Right now, if he goes up against a veteran team, one that's not really swayed by that shit, then he becomes a liability. It's one person that you see. I don't know if you've noticed it during the series. Steven Adams doesn't even pay any attention to him. Like he'll do some goofy shit, or he'll do some flagrant shit, and Steven Adams doesn't even engage. He'll act like he didn't even do anything. It's like that's the problem. You don't have a team full of guys like that that's gonna be like, man, fuck this dude. His value is rooted in the antics, and we're not gonna give him that. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna give him that. But as long as these young Rockets can't get over their obsession with getting into it with Draymond Green and going back and forth with Draymond Green, they never stood a chance, man.
What do you tell Jalen Green? Go on and paint your nails, punk.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Listen, he getting at all of them. Yeah.
Hey, Scotty boy said he had some bread riding on it.
Scotty boy. You know what? I'm not mad at you, Scotty boy.
Hey, and he did say before I don't know if he got on when we were talking about Draymond, but he said he should have been ejected.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would have hated to see him get ejected in a game like that. So I'm glad that they just called it a flagrant one. But that wasn't a bad bet going for the Rockets because Ime Udoka was undefeated in playoff series when his team was down 2-1. So he was 2-0. I have hit you with the fun fact and the stat. So I understand that, but that wasn't a bad bet. And honestly, Sangoon missed too many shots around the basket. As well
Yeah.
as if he makes some of those shots around the
It's
basket, it's game
listen,
over.
you know what, KP? It's like we were talking. Me and you were talking the other day about how the players just really don't finish. They don't go through and just finish
Yeah,
and don't even worry about the contact.
yeah,
Like, and you gave Carmelo Anthony as an example. Now I'm looking at, let's say, Sengun. He When he gets around the basket, it's always like a flail. Like, I'm just throwing the
yeah,
ball up. I'm not
yeah,
going up strong and finishing. Almost like you trying to get the foul, like foul baiting right by the basket. Dunk that
yeah,
motherfucker. Lay it up. If they
yeah. You're
call it,
it's
you
690, dog.
yeah.
You got
And
a 7 inch at height advantage over some of
right.
the guys.
And guess what? They ain't calling this shit right now.
Yeah,
Like, if you ain't noticed, like,
You know who
damn.
you know who's like that to a greater extent. I hate this game. No disrespect to him though. Engineer was good, was good, was good.
Yeah,
Top of
what's
the
good,
top.
engineer?
Um, Edie. Oh,
Zach.
my man in Memphis.
Yeah,
I,
it's
He is
I'm gonna give Edie a pass only
because
because
he.
he's a rookie right now.
I thought she was gonna say because he just doesn't have much athleticism, but
No,
it
no,
seems
no. I'm just giving him a pass because he's a rookie. Like, okay, you got a year to figure it out. You just went to the playoffs. Now you got to come back better, finishing around the basket, and you got to be stronger. So
like
I
yeah,
want to
like
see.
this.
it's
That's vintage. That's vintage Vlade Divac.
Oh man, yeah,
eesh.
Like, bro, you seven. What is he? Seven what?
like 7'3", 7'4".
I mean,
Edie, you
and
saying, right? I mean,
yeah,
and
yeah,
Sangoon is almost 7 feet, about
Yeah,
6'10", 6'11", some
yeah,
shit like that. Like,
yeah, man.
make the fucking shot,
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
the
man.
layup,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Or just dunk it.
Just miss it.
right?
Just yeah,
That's why I
yeah,
say Vlade. Remember Vlade used to finger roll everything, bro. Dunk that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I was glad when we traded his ass for Kobe. Like, man, get this
Hey man, he wasn't
chain
listen.
smoking.
He wasn't even Vlade. You remember what he was called? He was Glade.
Glade.
He was Glade.
Hey,
Woo, man.
I remember they used to give the Taco Bell basketball cards out at Taco Bell. Vlade Divac was in abundance in that
Oh,
bitch.
oh,
But
matter of
yeah,
fact, he's not even. They don't even have that country anymore. Remember when Vlade came to the NBA? He was from Yugoslavia.
yeah.
Yeah, Yugoslavia, not even a country anymore, dog. I, th- I, I don't. I'd have to look up the name of the. I don't know if he's Serbia or what it is, but yeah, he's Vlade was from Yugoslavia when he was playing in the NBA for the Lakers.
Huh. Man. Um, but tonight, all the games pretty much went as I expected. I gotta say something about that Cleveland shit. I still have to wait until the second round to see what the deal is with Cleveland. But they doing what they supposed to do in this first round. They took care of business because that Miami just wasn't that good anyway.
Hard dog. Oh my gosh,
What?
the bottom fell out of Miami, man.
The,
They just
I mean, but they're number 10, right? A number 10
they
seed that
weren't.
made it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
like it's they
first the
mm,
first couple games, Bong.
Bong. Yeah, yeah. Sound is up.
My bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I said there was a 10 seed that had to beat like a 7 seed and a
yeah.
8 seed.
yeah, yeah. The so the first game they were actually competitive against
Cleveland.
yeah, Cleveland. So I was like, okay, maybe it's going to be a competitive series. And then it got to Miami and seemed like they were partying in Miami, man. The um the funny thing about this was when I was watching game 3, Bam Adebayo was not passing the ball to Tyler Hero. Like you could tell he was pissed off. And it was like, it's some tension here because he's clearly not trying to pass the ball. Bam was trying to force his offense, and Tyler Hero was stinking and couldn't get it going. So it was like, all right, And then I saw the interview with Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero saying that, yeah, of course, if we had Jimmy Butler, we'd be a better team. We wouldn't even be an eighth seed. We wouldn't have had to play in the play in. So yeah, Tyler
I
Hero,
don't know.
they would have been better with Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, they would have been better, but
So so you had that interview, and then I watched the game tonight. And remember, I said Bam Adebayo wasn't trying to pass. Bam Adebayo was passing everything. He wasn't even trying to shoot the ball. It was almost like he was
He
making
pulled
it
the Kobe.
up.
He
Yeah,
pulled
like
the Kobe.
yeah, like I'm shooting too much. I'm looking for my offense too much. Oh, okay, here you go. Do your thing. Do you? And and he did, and the game was just nasty. And then after the game, he was interviewed, and what did Bam Adebayo say? He said, "Man, yeah, the great it's going to be a lot of changes here in the off season. The gray haired man is going to be making some changes, and we will not be the same next year." Well, he said it will not be the same next year. So
Adebayo's the big money guy out in Miami now, right?
he is, but
Okay.
he didn't even refer to him as Pat Riley. He was the gray haired man.
Wow.
So listening to
Wow.
that, to me,
hey,
kind of
who called him the gray haired man?
Bam Adebayo.
Oh,
So to me, kind of sound like Bam Adebayo wants out. Bam Adebayo don't want to be in Miami anymore. It was
hmm.
cool until it wasn't cool. Then I don't know. There was like some rumor allegedly that Jaime Jaquez was sleeping with Eric Spoelstra's ex-wife, and that's why Jaime Jaquez found himself out of the rotation.
Yeah, they were high on him for a
For the
while.
last season. Yeah,
Yeah,
last season
yeah.
they were high on him, and he was heat culture. And then all of a sudden,
Where did you hear that story, Kevin Nigajowski?
I'd be reading different things on the internet, so I can't even tell you which side I was on. But
And whether it was true. So
yeah, that's why I
allegedly,
said allegedly, yeah,
yeah,
he went from heat culture to in that chair, he was seat culture
yeah.
all year, sitting down courtside, enjoying the game. So yeah, man, I found that very interesting. And yeah, like I was saying, I looked it up. Vlade, when he came to the Lakers, he was from Yugoslavia. You look up Vlade now, he's from Serbia. Ain't no
Okay,
more Yugoslavia.
okay, all right. So
Wow.
engineer says I'm not familiar with do what you're supposed to do. I got a guy on the team scoring single digits in the playoffs. Engineer, let me know who you're referring to on that one.
He talked about Jalen Green.
All right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
go back up to Scotty Boy's he say Jalen Green out of there after this year.
Oh no, 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 no.
I was about to
Hell
say
no.
Jalen Green, a franchise player now.
Yeah, hell no. Jalen Green ain't out of there.
He Scotty Boy's in his feelings, man, because he lost some money.
He lost some money.
Yeah, Jalen Green coming back for
Scotty Boy's
sure.
in his feelings.
Jalen
Oh
Green
man.
is their guy.
Yeah.
Engineer. Absolutely. Blame it on Dak, man. It's all Dak. You know, when in doubt, man. When in doubt, blame foe. Um, man, yeah, but that was a good game. 3-point game, really close, tight.
Yeah.
Uh,
Iffy.
Drake, man, that was a 90s style basketball right there.
The
Like
chippiest series
Yeah.
is the
Oh,
Pistons
boy, yeah.
in yeah.
Wait, say it that way. Say that DP.
That's the chippiest
Say
one.
that DP. Come
Okay.
on.
yeah.
Let ball finish his thought with this, man.
Now they not going Scotty boy, they not gonna overhaul the roster to bring in KD, who's on the back nine of his career. Jalen Green is still ascending. He hasn't even reached his potential yet, or what I think is he hasn't maximized his potential as of yet. He's still ascending as a star. He whether we like it or not, I mean, it seems like you must be close to our era, but
Yeah.
the culture now is a lot of these dudes is painting their nails, doing that flagrant shit. What I consider flagrant, but you know what I'm saying. So Jalen Green is good for Houston, good for Texas. I'm pretty sure he's.
That engineer. I
Come
wouldn't say
on,
he's a
damn.
bum. He's a bum.
Come on.
Nah, what he is he's inconsistent. Let me say that. Jalen Green is inconsistent. He got game though. He needs to play more consistently. You got the twin there. Which one is it? Um,
That's Amon Thompson.
Amon Thompson. He's nice.
Athletic.
Yeah, he's nice.
Athletic.
And like I say, man, they just need somebody down low that's gonna really come with the business,
No
man.
pun
Like,
intended, huh?
Balls.
No,
yeah. Pause.
no
Y'all know
pun
what I'm talking
intended.
about. Y'all know
uh,
what I'm talking about.
Down low, down. But
They need a center.
and
You
and
I
know,
think they got
and
one.
again, I told you,
they need him to. He needs to finish, dog.
Yeah,
If
he
he
does.
if he
But I
playing
mean,
like that, no, fuck no. If he playing like that, you might as well not. You might as well not play.
even with that, you still have him. You still got Steven Adams, who's the best offensive rebounder in the league.
Yes, what I'm talking about is offensively. I just said to finish down low. Somebody who you're gonna throw the ball into, so you can have uh feeding in the paint, and you can have the perimeter scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you don't listen, you're dumping the ball down to Sengun, and you got to get them buckets, dog. If he just finished those, the game is different. If you play stronger, you get them in foul trouble too. Like the thing with them is that Golden State, they don't really have anybody, no bigs like that that's going to control the right.
They
So it's like, why can't you take advantage of that? Like if they did, they would have some, those days where Jalen Green isn't as consistent as he should be. That can be countered with something else, but it's
so
it's not
again,
right now.
I think the biggest detriment to the Houston Rockets, the biggest detriment to to Jalen Green is his cousin Draymond. Like I'm telling
best
you,
best down low center,
man. Listen, I'm
Oh,
telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you.
Scotty boy.
Draymond, he talked about Dwight Howard. He said when Howard on the squad, best DS. Anyway, um, Draymond Green is getting in these youngsters' heads. So again, as much as I give Draymond grief about his antics, there is a time and place where it works. There is a time and place where Draymond Green knows exactly how far he can go with the referees.
Oh,
Draymond Green,
they let him get away with a lot of stuff,
he was
dog.
the old
Draymond,
man today, showing all that gray. He was Graymon.
yeah,
Yeah.
Draymond Green has a blood pact with the NBA. For some reason, he got information on somebody that we don't know about. But Draymond Green literally goes out there, cusses the refs out, telling me fuck their wife on some Tupac shit. Like this is like, first off, fuck your click. Like I mean,
Right.
hey, like
No,
man,
real
like
shit.
he talking to him greasy,
Greasy.
and they
Real
walking away.
greasy. Like, right.
They got the tuck lip.
Yeah. Come on,
Like,
Draymond,
oh,
go
that's just
somewhere, man.
Draymond. Like, man,
Man, go on, Draymond. Get on, man. Don't make us, Draymond.
I'm
You remember,
saying.
you remember She Wallace? She got a tech one time for
And
looking.
staring at the ref. I don't like the way you're staring at me, Sheed.
Steve Smith came over like, what he do?
Hey.
Oh shit. Oh my
And then
gosh,
you
bro.
know
That's
what?
crazy.
Rasheed Wallace and Bonzi Wells crawled so that Draymond could walk
Absolutely.
because it was one season. One of them had like 42 techs. The other one had like 38 tech.
Shit, how many does Draymond have?
I
Right,
don't
right,
know,
right,
but
right, right, right.
the new rule is 16 you're suspended.
Yeah.
So he's not at that point, but they did that. Rasheed 42 techs.
Yeah, man. That's a
That's
lot.
every other game.
Yeah.
This dude getting a tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised at the outcome, like I say, at either one of the games today.
Engineers, they
They
cross.
crawl so Draymond could kick. And then Scott.
Every every move Draymond does looks so unnatural, man. Like, bro, what are
Oh,
you
when he
doing?
dove on the ball, then rolled over and kicked Terry Easton in
Hey,
the head.
look, look at Scotty Boy's suggestion. Sometimes you gotta take one for the team.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
saying
absolutely.
he's saying Dylan Brooks should have done that with Draymond.
Dylan Brooks ain't. Hey, he ain't cut like that. You seen Jimmy Butler was telling him to get the fuck on. Like, man, you ain't cut like that.
Yeah, man.
Man,
You
get
see
your
how
punk ass on.
Dylan Brooks came into the game, right? Had the bunny on his pants. You didn't see.
Hmm.
I didn't see
Oh
it.
man, like hooked to the. Oh man, it was like hooked to a belt loop.
I didn't see
Had a
that
had
shit.
a
Yeah,
yeah.
like I
Yeah,
said,
but yeah, it is what it is with these games. Get
seems
them.
like Golden State is gonna get him out of there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Get this shit over with.
Oh, and shout out to Brandon Podinsky. He played it. He
Pajimski, man.
Podinsky.
This nigga's always
They mess up
this,
our
this
names.
nigga want to put shout outs to niggas and don't
Yeah.
put
Fuck
respect
their
on their
name up, right?
names.
Shout out to
Um,
Brandon,
Yeah,
man.
like that old uncle that just don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, Podimski, nigga.
yeah.
That's the New Yorkers. I'm gonna do the New Yorker stuff. Butcher your name on purpose. So
Okay.
Brandon Podinsky, man, 26 points, played his butt off, man, and so did Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield found himself productive, had 15 points. He's still a walking turnover to me, man. And that shit when he got ripped by Steven Adams at in game 3 was awful, god awful. So yeah,
Sheesh.
but shout out to them though.
Okay.
Man, listen, I'll say this, man. They giving Jalen Green hell right now. They giving Jalen Green hell. I mean, I guess we living in a social media era, so nobody's exempt, man. Everybody's under the microscope, man. Uh, I can point to a couple other guys that I feel should be under the microscope. They down 3-1 as well. They lost their last game by 3 points as well.
Yeah.
Uh, but there was a lot more high hope for the LA Lakers. Um, and when it's all said and done, there needs to be a case study about how the Lakers downturn has coincided with Shannon Sharp's downturn. We went from Lakers in 5. That shit was the sticking
Nah,
line.
y'all went from Lakers and 5.
to Lakers gonna be out of there in 5. Shit.
Ubang's alive. Don't take a dive. Ain't no jive.
Lakers out of here
Lakers
in
and
5.
5.
Lakers out of here in 5. Man.
Oh, hey, it still holds true.
Heartbroken.
If it happens, it still holds true. Lakers and 5.
Yeah.
Heartbroken.
Man. So I'll let KP kick it off, man. I have thoughts. I have thoughts on that series, and especially on Game 4. I have thoughts on Game 4.
What's the thoughts?
No, go ahead. I'm gonna let KP go.
So game 3, I chalked that up to Luka being sick. Probably shouldn't have played.
I believe that.
Yeah.
He looked bad.
He stunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stunk. Game 4, that's a must win. You got to win that game, tie the series up 2-2, go home, take home court advantage back. That was a must win. The Lakers thought it was a must win. JJ Redick, he decided in the second half, I'm going to play these five guys for 24 minutes. That was the wrong move.
Bad
At
coaching.
some point, somebody needed a rest. Probably your 40-year-old.
Or your out of shape 25-year-old.
I'll get to that in a second. Because he's closer to Anthony Edwards in age, and Anthony Edwards did it as well.
Who?
So,
But what I'm saying is
Luka's closer to Anthony Edwards in age.
Luka had conditioning
and
concerns
Anthony
coming
Edwards played the whole 24 as well. Luka
had conditioning issues
No, no,
coming
no.
in.
You're right.
So then what are you saying? Are you saying that it's no excuse? The Lakers, the ones who played should have came with it?
I'm saying
Period.
I'm saying Luka's 24 years old. 24 years old. You got to come with it.
But okay, I'm saying, but you said that was the wrong move. You saying JJ Redick, that was the wrong move.
JJ Redick, you played 5 guys in the second half. Yes. So I started with the 40-year-old man. You got to give him a breather for a couple minutes. You have to. Because
Okay.
in the fourth quarter, he made some really good defensive plays, but he gave you nothing offensively. He went scoreless. I don't know how many times LeBron has went scoreless in the fourth quarter. I don't think he's ever did it in a must-win game, but he did against Minnesota. You've got Austin Reeves. Get him a breather for a moment. You could have put Gabe Vincent
A
back in for
breather is a Redick said a breather is a timeout, a TV timeout.
and that
Take one.
and that
And
proved to
now you
not that proved
and
it to not be enough.
they
And
walked you down. They literally walked you down in the
yeah,
fourth quarter while your guys are gassed, grasping
absolutely.
the air. It's like, okay, hey, you know what? The Lakers have found a way to essentially get over the hump of what would have been Denver. And then you just find a new Denver. Like,
Yeah.
this game was a must-win game. And I'm not even going to talk about the officiating. The officiating is there can always be reasons why the officiating isn't great. Lucas smoked a layup though.
In the
Uh,
he's getting ripped at
late,
half court
getting ripped
multiple
after
times.
LeBron with the uncharacteristic turnover on the inbound.
Just losing the ball. Like
That shot in the fourth quarter was a bad shot. The 3-pointer
the long three.
where they're up one. Yeah,
well,
it's
when
5
he and
shot
but that's
clock.
the thing. That's the thing. He start hitting a few and he just keep going.
But it's 5
I'm
seconds
just saying
left.
they fall in love with it, and he's
That
no
28
exception.
footer.
Engineer
Uh,
said give him that Anthony Richardson break. He had to tap out. Hey man.
hey.
Hey, yo, Doe.
Let me out.
Let me out.
Let me out. Hey, yo, Doe, let me out, man. Let me out.
You know that they couldn't guard anybody. They're getting blown by, but they're tired because you played 5 guys
Wait,
now.
okay. When are they guarding? When are they guarding? When have they guarded exceptionally well, or to where you saying, oh, they out there getting busy on defense?
Well, you
they
go
had a
up.
they had a
Stop
game
it.
two. Game
Well,
two.
Stop it.
hold
Both
on.
of you
Game two.
niggas.
No, let me say
Nope.
this.
Hold on, listen.
No, let me say this. You go into the fourth quarter, you're up what 10?
10 or
You're
12.
up, yeah, you're up 10 points going into the fourth quarter. You get outscored by 13. That can't happen. You're not guarding at that point. So I'm talking about that. And then the game before that happened as well. You're
Yes,
up 8
it happened as well in that game too. I'm saying you're
And
speaking of deficiencies that
hey,
if they're your squad, you of
hey,
all people should already know that that's a
DP,
deficiency of theirs that they have. It's
DP,
not brand new.
DP. What I tell you, when we got Luca, after I seen him for 15, 20 games, there's only one way
You
we can win.
exactly. At least you saying it. You
Not
haven't
holding nobody
changed
to
that,
their 100,
right?
right? But again, in that moment, knowing that you're pretty good. If I'm coming into okay, so if I start the fourth quarter with a 10, I think it might have been a 12-point
It was
lead,
10.
but
No, it was 10. It was 10.
okay. If I start the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead, Brown, take a breather. You gotta have Brian gotta take a breather. Luca, we're gonna give you a breather in a second because when Brian comes in, you go sit down for 2 minutes. Man, we're talking about maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Two
that's
game minutes.
all we're
Two
talking
game
about.
minutes in real
That's all
time
we're
is
talking
probably
about.
10,
Matter of
like
fact,
10 minutes.
No,
matter
but
of
Right?
fact, Ron, stand your ass at the scorer's table. Just stand at the
Yeah.
scorer's table.
Yeah.
Don't
and
even
when it
come.
and when they say check in, be like, no, not right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Not right now.
I'm gonna tell you, you know who does that? James Harden does that for the Clippers. He stands at the scorer's table and doesn't always go in. So, Bron, stand your ass at the scorer's table. I need you
Yeah.
in at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah.
Luca, Bron's gonna get you. You're gonna come out. You're coming back in at 8 minutes.
Yep. Yep. Just to give them a breather, like that is a difference. And then on top of that, you know the message you're sending. So now game 5, the message you sent to your bench is we don't
We
believe
don't
in you.
trust
Okay,
We
you.
don't
Yeah,
trust
okay,
yeah.
okay. Hold on.
And now we need you.
you.
No,
Right.
no. It's
We
not.
don't need.
You do you need that bench? You already know. This is what I'm saying. You already know what you have. You know what
Yeah,
your bench looks like.
you
You know what your bench looks like.
still need them. You need
You
it,
don't. You need that bench.
whether it's playing defense,
Absolutely.
whether
Just
it's diving after a loose ball,
Listen.
whether it's giving somebody a breather.
My question to y'all then, before you transition into talking about how you need your bench, whatever you're expecting them to give you, if you're taking Luka out and then you're having LeBron run by himself, they're subbing for each other at some point.
for a spurt, like it's a
What's
spurt.
what's the
We're not
spurt?
talking
No,
about
no, no, no,
2 minutes.
no. Don't. What's the
2 minutes.
spurt,
We
Two
said 2 minutes.
minutes.
We said 2 minutes.
man? Anything could happen
So,
in that span.
so you, so you,
Y'all know the game can change. Anything can happen. 2 minutes, a 2 minute span in a basketball game. It could be fouls, it could be turnovers, it could be all kind of stuff. And this one, if you have one of your top guns, you're taking Luka out and leaving LeBron in, and him running with who? Austin Reeves and who else?
yes.
And who else?
And
High
Rui,
And high
Rui.
scorer.
I told you they got a big four. Like that was the four guys that had to show up. And,
Hey
and
JJ, get these niggas next game, man. They got the solution for you.
Yeah.
what I'm telling you is you're not gonna you don't run the same five guys for 24 minutes. If you want to do that with your star, if you want to say, hey, Luka, we brought you in to fill this role, you're gonna play 24 minutes. Great. We know. See, LeBron in the playoffs, especially late at the end of season, that's where you see father time with LeBron. You
Yeah.
definitely see it with LeBron in the fourth quarters and playoff games. He always fades late.
Gas is out.
JJ Redick, you didn't do your scouting report. You don't know your personnel.
He didn't do his scouting report on his own team.
On his own personnel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all was sipping too much
Yeah.
Pinot.
They're like, so JJ, we scouted everybody. Here's the plan. Like, man, if you don't get that shit out of here, JJ Redick.
Hey, Griffin says what the Lakers expect with a bench full of plumbers.
Hey, look, and Griffin. I ain't seen Griffin before. Shout out to Griffin. Good, welcome.
Indeed.
Listen, I'm not trying to throw shade at nobody, and maybe it sounds like I already have. I'm just saying you already know what you got in your bench, dog. You already know what they are. Who was it? Green. They are who we thought they were. Was that Green?
That was Denny Green.
Yeah, they are who we thought they were. Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise. Like,
we let them off the hook.
Right. But
let them niggas off the
look,
hook.
To me, it's like this. I get what y'all saying, but there's a reason why he went with his squad and didn't throw any subs in, right? I mean, what about your boy Gabe Vincent? What is he bringing to the table for y'all? Are y'all satisfied with what's going on with him, or do you think he's even got a chance to really get in the mix?
He can get us 2 minutes off the bench in the fourth quarter.
He didn't have enough time in this game. He played 12 minutes, but he only got 2 shots. They weren't looking for him offensively. He was just in there playing defense and hustling.
Okay, so was he actually playing defense and hustling though?
He was.
And Griffin in Rui's defense, game 4, Rui went 9 of 16 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3. He had 23 points. So I don't know if that's a plumber. Hey man, sign me up for more of those. But Rui did his part. He had 23. LeBron did his part in the first 3 quarters. He had 27. Luka, we can say what we want to say. He dropped 38.
I mean, it's not an offensive problem with Luka. It's not. I mean, aside from when he was sick, and you guys are giving him the pass for the sick game, but it's not a
38. For the 38 he gave up, for the 38 he scored, he gave up 43 on the other end. So it's a net.
41.
It's a net negative.
That's what I'm saying. So you got to take the good with the bad. Hey,
your boy Nico Harrison is somewhere like.
I was just about to ask, Bong. Hey, we be on the same shit. I was just about to ask y'all, are you happy with the trade? Do you think that it's okay?
Yeah,
Do
I'm
you think you would be in a better position with AD right now against Minnesota?
Yes.
against
Okay.
Minnesota. Yeah, against Minnesota. Yeah,
What about the rest of the field? You just saying against Minnesota, nobody
I
else?
mean,
Like,
I would say Minnesota. Yeah, but I can't necessarily say the rest of the field. Well, they would do well against the Warriors too with AD.
okay.
so I mean, but
So yeah, those
again,
two. Yeah,
but it's just things. It's things that with LeBron that I saw, like even in Game Three.
Hey,
Game Three is the
KP look
type.
like he having a thunder and lightning storm in his living
right,
room. That shit keep yeah.
right now.
Yep.
Yeah, KP
Oh,
in the club.
that's the TV.
Yeah, he in the
KP in the club,
That's
man.
the TV, man.
Like
Told
turn
you
the
I'm
lights
watching.
on.
I'm watching the
But
Rudy Gay beat down.
but even LeBron, man, like just some of the stuff I'm watching. Like, hey, Bron, Game Three, um, y'all down, I think a few buckets. They reviewing the play. You keying with Anthony Edwards,
yeah. Yeah.
nigga. What kind of hoe shit is that, man? Like Kobe rolling over in his grave, man. Like what? Kobe was locked in. Hey, man, I'm not even talking to nobody on the sideline, none of my fans, none of my supporters, nobody, man. I'm just locked in. Brian over here.
Hey, maybe
Like,
he was trying
bro.
to do that shit they said Jordan used to always do, laugh with motherfuckers and then
Nah,
be trying to take your heart out.
because then the next shot, I think the next shot he put up was a brick. Like you ain't taking nobody heart.
Hey, hey, Bong. So you have talked about something along these lines. Can you let Scotty Boy know what you said your formula is? Because he says simple solution. If the Lakers want to win, LeBron and Luka need to combine for 55 points every night and outscore the Wolves because obviously their defense is non-existent. What
They need
was your solution?
they
I
need more.
said they need. I said they need 30 from Luca, 25 to 30 from Braun. They need 20 from Rui and 18 to 20 from Reeves and 18 to 20 from Rui. Like they've got to get 100 points out of those four. And those are the guys that obviously JJ Redick saw the same thing and was like, "Hey man, y'all going to have to run the whole game because I need y'all to get me to the finish line. I need y'all to basically score 100 points." And shit, I'll be damned if these motherfuckers didn't. Hold on. Let me see.
And while you're
That's
doing that,
Benji.
KP, do you
Yeah,
think this is true? Engineer says
they
Luca
got.
might not be in the same headspace as last year. A part of his dog died in Dallas.
Hey,
Remember when they did that
before you
tribute, he
say
was
that,
super emotional.
I'll be damned if those four didn't score 105
Yeah.
and still lost.
Okay. Yeah, so
Um.
They put up a 105. The rest of the team scored 6 points, but those motherfuckers.
your
Well,
formula still
can,
didn't work.
Hey,
Still
it,
didn't work.
it should have got it. It should have got him to the finish line, man. But you know,
a piece of his dog died like in Dallas. I don't know if it's that or if it created motivation because it could affect you in different ways. I think it was motivation.
So you think he's motivated?
Yeah,
he
I
should
think
be motivated.
I think I
He
think
should be. Do you think he is?
I do.
Okay.
I think that if he was sent somewhere like mm, who's a terrible team, uh,
I mean, nah, but
if he was sent somewhere like Utah, then yeah, he'd be walking around like looking like his dog died. But
yeah, because
Yeah.
they all walking around somewhere. They ain't playing in the
Hey,
playoffs. So
so,
okay.
but
And then
now he's in LA. Nah, he's motivated. He's playing with Braun. He's motivated.
yeah, for sure. Scotty
okay.
Boy says, let's not compare Bron to Jordan now. He's nowhere close. Hey, I'm not even comparing Bron to Kobe.
No. He's saying that because I said George he's probably trying to do
Kiki.
that kiki ha ha stuff. How they used to
Yeah.
say Jordan used to talk to people and laugh with you, and then next
Yeah.
thing you know,
No, but Jordan was doing that
pause,
on the
nuts in
golf
your mouth,
course.
dunking and all that kind of shit.
But Jordan was doing that on the golf course the day before the game. Before the game, he's not doing that in game. In game, he's in kill mode. In game, Kobe's in kill mode. LeBron There was a time. Now, don't let me. Let me not disrespect L. James. There was a time where he was in kill mode, right? But it took LeBron was the type of person that needed an antagonist. He needed a Paul Pierce. He needed that Celtics team, those Detroit teams, to go run down on motherfuckers that was probably popping shit and probably have veterans that was saying "fuck this young dude." So when he had an antagonist, he played the villain really well, and he took pride in putting away those Celtics teams, Detroit teams. He owned the Toronto teams. You know what I'm saying? What was that Wizards team where he played against? Wasn't it the Wizards where it was
Deshaun Stevenson and Gilbert
Sean
Arenas.
Stevenson?
Mhm.
Gilbert Arenas. You know what I'm saying? Like he took pride in when you gave him some ammunition, but the difference between a LeBron and Kobe and Jordan is that Kobe and Jordan had that internal, like, I don't need to
It
have
never
somebody.
turned off.
Exactly. It was
Yeah.
always on. LeBron has to manufacture it. It's not genuine. He just has the natural talent. I mean, God given ability, to come in and take over the league. But, man, enough about the Lakers. Hopefully they can make a comeback. But the study
They
shit
can.
he made when Shannon Sharp went on his downfall, when shit turned left for Shannon Sharp, like, hey, the Lakers in five
Lakers
shit
in five.
Lakers in five shit was cooking for a while. As soon as Shannon Sharp ran into some legal troubles, Lakers turned into sour milk. But
Legal troubles. I'm in the Evan Hall of Fame, bong.
there's another team in LA. Um,
Man,
Los Angeles Clippers,
those
man.
motherfuckers.
The
Hey,
They may have tricked it off, dog.
let's not say that. That's come
Let's
on.
say it. I'm keeping it
Nah,
real.
nah, nah, nah,
No,
nah.
no, 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 no,
Hold
no,
on, hold on.
no,
So
no.
let's say, let me
I'm a
start by
Clippers.
saying,
I'm a
Go on.
Clippers fan, so I'm gonna start this
okay,
shit off.
okay,
It's
okay,
a
I'm a Clippers fan, so I'm gonna start this shit off.
okay.
Those motherfuckers, in typical Clipper fashion, they get to a certain point to where you think they're gonna take care of business, and then they just don't. This team has already overachieved. They already have, as far as I'm concerned. Like, if you want to be real, I didn't expect them to be here. I don't think 90% of the motherfuckers watching basketball expected the Clippers to be here. They needed to win that game. They needed to win that game. The fact that they lost that shit, Denver now has taken momentum. If you think momentum is a real thing, Denver has it now. They're going back to Denver. The
Yeah, they
shit is
got home court
tied up.
advantage.
They got home court advantage again. And if they win this next game in Denver, the Clippers are done.
Yeah, I mean, let me start by saying this: the Clippers Denver series. Nunya, what's good with you, man? What's good with you? Top of the
What's going
top, man.
on, Nunya?
The Clippers Denver series is the best series thus far.
I don't know. I I
What do you have over? What do you have over that?
I
It's
I, I, I
depending on how the games ended. I kind of like the Detroit
like Detroit, yeah, New York.
and New York series.
I actually still like our series. So,
No, no, hell no, no,
I don't know.
no,
I
hell
don't
no.
know about the
I don't.
Lakers
our
in
series
Minnesota.
competitive.
Yeah.
I like our series. I like the Detroit, New York as well. I'm
I,
just I like the Clippers one. They're all entertaining.
the Clippers won that.
Hell,
Listen,
this
what a
Warriors
way to
Rockets is
lose a game! What a way to lose a game, dog! Like,
It was a great game,
you
though. It was
lose
a
the
great
game like
game.
that,
It
like
was a
it's
great game.
what's crazy is Nikola Jokic is coaching and playing at the same time. He told the coach, bring in DeAndre Jordan on a play where they were about to throw a lob pass. Coach subbed in DeAndre Jordan. It was out of bounds play. And sure enough, the Clippers threw the lob pass. It was like, man, damn. Jokic, good call.
hey, shout out since we talking about the big shout out to Zubac too, man.
He playing his
He's
ass off.
yeah.
He's
He
playing
is he
ass
is doing
off.
his thing. Um
Deal World. What up?
yeah,
What up? What up?
and
Top of the
and
top.
and
And
none yet.
Engineer is on a warpath. Engineer doesn't give a fuck. He's
Rockets, he is not fucking with the Rockets. Hey, Nunya, life is good. Nunya says life is good. We've been good too, man. Good to see you back in here. Appreciate you showing up.
Hopefully the
Bill
draft.
World is back in the building.
Hopefully
I
the
don't
draft
know.
treats your Patriots well, Nunya.
I think Dill World missed when we were talking about the Rockets, and
Yeah, he did.
Engineer is letting you know what he feels about
So
them.
so about this Clipper Denver, right? Um Zubac is playing well, but Jokic is on a whole nother level, man. Jokic is it's crazy
He is.
what the hell he's doing.
Yeah, yeah.
This shit is crazy.
He is. He is.
Like,
And I mean, but listen, they need every bit of that from him.
yeah, they do.
They need every bit of it from him.
They do.
Like, I don't know really what the fall off is from the other guys, but it's there.
Porter's shoulder's messed up. Michael Porter
Okay.
Jr. He playing with a hurt shoulder. Aaron Gordon is playing with a black eye and a busted lip.
Hey, y'all say the Joker gave that shit to him. I would really like to know how he got that shit. Somebody
Yeah.
two-pieced him in a practice.
Yeah.
They had a what's those shared practices the NFL does in the preseason.
Right.
They brought the Warriors over and Draymond two-pieced him in the shared practice.
Man, whatever. I mean, I was looking at it at first. I'm like, okay, he's got a black eye, and that could happen. You could take an inadvertent elbow in practice, but when I saw the busted lip with it, I'm like, wait a minute, his lip look a little big. Pause. Like, yeah, it looked like he might have got socked up a little bit.
I see the chat is getting on this the draft. All right, talking about the NFL draft.
Yeah, we didn't jump. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We want to run through this NBA real quick, but yeah.
But it's an entertaining series. It was unfortunate, man, to see the Clippers let that one get away. 3-1 is
come on,
different.
Man.
2-2.
Come on.
It's way different. It's a series now.
Yeah.
2-2 series.
Going back if they were going to Denver 3-1.
Yeah. Yep.
Denver is in trouble.
Yeah, they're in desperation.
Nah, man.
Cooked.
Yeah. Now you going back and it's tied up. I don't know.
I know it sucks as a Clippers fan because of the way it ended, but that was a hell of a game.
No. I'm not.
I was entertained. I was fully entertained.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I knew it was good. I knew it was good. They're trying to be like, oh, it's not good. I'm like, that's good.
I'm calling my kids like, hey, Clippers walking them down. Clippers walking them down. Kawhi going crazy. Norman Powell going crazy. I'm like, damn, bro. Like that shit has to be electric to be in the building. I know KP had a fucking ticket for me too, and I'm sitting there like I was at a tournament. I was at a kids basketball tournament. I couldn't even go to the game. I'm sitting there telling my kid later.
Yeah, I said it would have been a cool game to be at.
Cool game to be at, man. Damn, that's wild.
Is Denver the only team that can beat the Celtics? I don't know if Denver can beat the Celtics.
No, they can't.
Denver? What?
Yeah.
No.
Nunya, come on, Nunya.
No.
Yeah, I don't think Denver is the. And let me say this because I didn't.
Todd Beamish.
Yeah, shout out to Todd Beamish.
Top of the top. Man, we're gonna talk about the NFL draft. The Bears did as the youngins would say, the Bears did they big one. Hey, they went after it. They went after it. And I got my thoughts, but the Bears definitely went after it, man. And they surrounded Caleb Williams with some offensive line, another weapon. Man, they got after it, man. They had a hell of a draft. But back to basketball.
No, but I don't think the Celtics can. But
you mean Denver?
You mean Denver?
I mean Denver can beat the Celtics, but man, Cleveland is doing better than what I thought they would, and I did not. Of course, it's against Miami, but I'm just looking at the makeup of the squad, though, like and what they can, what they can do. They can give the Celtics a problem, man.
I too had my my road to Damascus moment.
Right. By just watching them play, right? And just because I really haven't had a chance to like watch Cleveland play, consistently throughout the season.
In 4 games, you know what their lowest point total was? 121.
Yeah.
And they did that twice.
Wow.
And the thing is, they got the bigs to versatile too.
Yes.
And then
Mo
if Mobley is knocking down threes like he's been doing, that's a problem, dog. Like,
Mobley ripped through from the wing, beat Wiggins, and dunked.
hey man.
That's your big ripping past and going past your wing.
So I'm saying all that to say those motherfuckers need to worry about getting out the East before they looking at who they're gonna play in the West
Potentially
because
playing the
they're
West.
dealing with injuries too.
Yeah.
Jalen Brown doesn't look fully healthy. They said he had to get his knee drained or something like that, and it looks like he's trying to save himself for
Yeah.
later on in the playoffs. You know, you got look at that. You got your boy Tatum with the hurt wrist. Did y'all see when Tatum fell on his wrist the game that I think we talked about this, right?
First game when his coach was
Yeah.
like, "Get up!
Yeah, and he was like, "Get
I'm
up."
not burning the top."
Yeah,
Yeah.
held the trainer off and told him to get up. Like, I mean, you know, I don't know. That I don't know what's up with the Celtics. I say they're probably going to the Eastern Conference Finals, but it just depends on how this shit goes with them in Cleveland because it looks like that's what it's going to come down to. So
Yeah, yeah. But okay, so series tied 2-2 in the Clippers Denver series, Clippers Nuggets series. I feel like the Clippers have already proved to us that they can beat Denver in Denver. So home court advantage for Denver doesn't really mean anything. It's
yeah,
like, can the Clippers get over the hump? This, I never root for the Clippers. I still can't, right? But if there was a moment for them to kind of get over the hump, like you got to, it starts with one. You got to at least get a series. Beat Denver. If you can beat Denver, I don't really see. Let's look at the rest of the matchups. There's no outside of OKC, so they would have to play OKC in the next round, right?
Yes.
So they would have to play OKC, and I think they could give OKC problems. What's they can give OKC problems, man. They have depth. They have
On
depth.
so
Go ahead.
I'll say this, on paper, OKC seems way better on paper, but games aren't played on paper. And
where
Kawhi,
they played.
they played on the hardwood, hard.
Oh, okay.
And Kawhi Leonard is a different animal in the playoffs. So, you know what? I said before the season started that OKC was my favorite to win the West. I will say, in watching the playoffs, the Clippers can give them a run for their money.
Absolutely, absolutely,
And that's if the
absolutely.
Clippers get past.
Oh, wait, Scotty boy asked me a question.
Oh yeah.
That's if the Clippers get past Denver. Yeah. So, hey, Scotty boy, gonna be looking for your ass with them bootleg.
Scotty boy knows I give him some good picks. That's why Scotty boy asking.
No, he said he need to recoup that money. Did you go with Did you go
No,
with
no,
who KP was saying?
no. He's talking about the money he lost tonight.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Did he go with who you said? Did
I
you
didn't say
say?
nothing tonight.
Did you? You didn't say nothing about
Oh, no,
who
that
would
was
win?
tonight.
Okay.
No,
All right. All
that
right.
was today.
Okay. Just
Okay.
wondering.
Indiana's gonna beat Milwaukee.
Whoa, hold on, pause. Did you have the Rockets beating Golden State in
No,
this game? Okay.
no,
I'm wondering.
no.
I'm gonna have
I
to
don't even
go
have,
through
I don't
my
have the Rockets winning this series.
I'm gonna have to go through my
Yeah, I don't,
all
yeah, go on. I don't have the Rockets. I don't
communications
have the
and
Rockets.
confirm
I didn't have the
Scotty boy.
Rockets win the series. The only one that I've been like really wrong on was Milwaukee, Indiana. I
I
thought
told y'all.
I thought that Indiana, I thought that Milwaukee was gonna play Indiana better. I
Y'all
thought
wasn't trying to hear me, man.
I thought they was gonna tie this series up. It's unfortunate what happened to Dame Lillard, torn
It
Achilles.
is. It is.
Very
But
unfortunate.
even if Lillard was healthy, I kept telling y'all
I'm
they
gonna
did not look like they
to,
were gelling together. The Bucks been looking like they've been having problems all year.
to save myself and my and my I'm not even calling it expertise, but to save myself, I'm gonna say we would never know. We would
We
we'll
will never know, but what we do
never
know,
know.
what we
And when
do
he got
know,
hurt first
what
quarter,
what we do know is that up until the point when he got hurt, were they winning the series?
no.
Fuck no. And
Well,
I told
wait,
y'all,
wait, 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 hold
I
on,
told
hold on,
y'all.
hold
No, I'm
on,
not
hold
holding on.
on. No, 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 hold on.
I told y'all that the
Hold on,
Bucks
BT.
bong. You remember this
The
shit.
games,
Didn't I
listen,
say that the Bucks
Lillard played in 2
bong,
games. They
bong?
were
Didn't I say
1-1
that the
in those
Bucks
games that
were
Lillard
not
played.
gonna beat them?
They were
I
1-1.
said the
They
Bucks
were 1-1.
were a team that looked like they just weren't clicking
They weren't. They
even
weren't. They
throughout
weren't
the
on the same
regular
page.
season.
This is true.
And
They
I said that the
won
Pacers are a
in the
better
game Lillard played.
team. They play better together. Assist wise,
I
they're
thought.
passing the ball,
I
getting it
thought.
around. Go
I
ahead.
thought Dame would make a difference, but alas, he didn't. Um, now you hear a lot of talks, a lot of rumbling about, oh, is Giannis going to get out of there? Because Dame is essentially going to miss all of next season.
Yeah,
This
Giannis
shit
is out of there.
happens. This
Giannis
shit
got
happens.
to get out of there.
Yeah, Giannis will probably go to your squad
The Lakers,
if they can make it happen.
Nah, we can't. I mean, who we giving up? Bron?
I don't know.
Rui, Rui, and AR-15. Bye.
Yeah, if they
Bye.
can make it happen,
All
he go
that.
there.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
I mean, nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing business with the Lakers.
Jackson Hayes. Peace. And we'll
Nobody's doing business with the Lakers. You thought
and
that, and Denver did. I mean, Dallas did.
That was insider trading, man. That was insider trading. That was the execs at Imran saying, "Hey Nick, dump this stock. If you hold on this motherfucker 2 more weeks, you holding on to a newspaper.
Oh man, so
Dump this stock."
but I thought you were happy with the trade. I thought you were happy with the Luka trade.
What you mean?
I thought you're happy with Luka to the Lakers.
Yeah. No. I was. I'm saying it was insider trading, right?
Yeah, but you saying they're talking like dump this stock.
No. I'm not meaning. I don't mean it from now. I'm saying
Yeah,
like,
Okay,
hey,
I'm wondering. I'm wondering because
no. When you get the inside track, and it greased the skids already, and
Damn.
at the end of the day,
I'm only asking you because the dump this stock part is what motherfuckers are talking about right now. Because if you saw Skip Bayless, who's just scratching and clawing for some attention, and some of these other people, they're already saying that Nico Collins was doing something that he should have done.
right.
It-
Engineer still going crazy, and
you know what? One person.
engineer said Jalen Green got more fingernails painted than points tonight.
That is true.
Oh wow.
It's a fact.
That is true. You know what? And we mentioned the Lakers, Minnesota. We didn't even talk about Anthony Edwards. Let's just say a little bit about Anthony Edwards. So let's say that he beats the Lakers this year, right? Let's say he beats Bron and Luka
Yeah, my
this year.
bad. I said Nico Collins. I meant Harrison. But go ahead. My bad, KP.
Let's say he beats him this year. Then in the next round, he plays Curry and Golden State, and he beats them. This is going to be a
Notches on his belt.
playoff run if he's able to pull this off. Like, shout out to him.
I
This
think.
dude,
I think.
he doesn't want to be the face of the league, but all signs are pointing
Nah.
that this dude is he's coming like a freight train, dog. And
The
nothing
difference.
is stopping
Pause.
him right now.
super,
Come on,
super pause.
Come on, man.
So,
The
hey
difference
yo,
is, the difference is I
Shit.
don't think the Lakers are putting up any resistance. You can say that their best defender in spurts is probably their oldest player. And that's saying something. But let me give it up to Ant Edwards. What I love about Ant Edwards is, like it, love it, hate it, whatever it is, he does not respect a motherfucker.
He don't
He has a
respect
lot.
authority. He don't respect authority.
Yeah. He don't respect his elders. He don't respect authority. He told Obama he could get it. I'm like, God, He the
Yeah.
Hey,
ex-president, man. What you talking about? He got Secret Service. He can shoot you.
Hey.
Like,
hey,
hey,
man.
he told him
Even in
any.
even the tussle with him and LeBron,
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like,
He walking his ass down court.
yeah,
Like, damn, Brian, you gonna let this young dude?
I respect it
yeah,
though. I
yeah.
respect it.
Like,
Come on, Brian. You might as well start. Hey, you might as well start getting those 65, the 65 plus lunches and breakfasts
Hey.
at IHOP, man. If you gonna let the young boy walk you down like that,
Hey
yeah,
KP.
goodness gracious, he don't respect a motherfucker.
KP, what you got for Scotty Boy? Because we an hour in, so we'll need to pivot to this draft. So what you got for Scotty Boy on these picks?
tomorrow we got take Indiana over Milwaukee. Um, individual props.
I agree with this deal world.
I
Uh,
agree.
That would have been
I
dope.
agree. Yeah.
individual props. You could take Giannis on points. You could take what's the other guard? Porter, Kevin Porter Jr. on points because he's got tunnel vision. Uh, I do think that Detroit, New York, I think that's going to be a slugfest. And I think the referees are going to make it to where Detroit wins and get back to Detroit. Boston will take care of Orlando tomorrow. They're finished. And
And then if you talking about prop picks and that, definitely take Ben Caro on the
oh,
points.
boys, yeah.
Definitely take him on the
Yeah.
points.
They got a gospel song. He's never failed me yet. uh,
Oh shit! Hey,
Denver
he's getting
Clippers.
busy.
I'm
Oh man.
taking the Clippers, but you want to buy stock in Jokic. I don't care if his rebounds are 12 and a half, go over. I don't care if his assists are 10 and a half, go over. If his points are 27 and a half, go over. He's going to
Mm.
go over all that stuff.
Well,
I
just
think
take him on the points, rebounds, assist combination.
nah. You got to you put all three, then that makes the parlay bigger. So
Well, you can't play if it's a prop bet. You can't play him on every
Yeah, you
single
can't
one.
play. Yeah.
on different sites you can.
Okay, well,
Yeah, on
Right.
different sites you
Hey,
can.
hey, hey, Nunya, I'm not a basketball bet guy either. I'm a football guy too, just like you,
Uh,
man. So come September, man, tap in. You know what I'm saying? We'll do our thing. And
well,
again, just to give y'all a disclaimer, the thoughts and views of KP
yes,
are
please say it.
his and his alone. They do not represent 2 Peez and a Bong. Please gamble responsibly. We
hey,
don't have any
I
sponsors.
gotta be a
We have
degenerate.
no
Right,
sponsors. So please gamble responsibly.
Yeah, well, I gotta be a degenerate.
because KP's slogan for his stat lines is gamble irresponsibly, bet your bottom dollar, but don't bet none of the ones on top of it.
Right. Yes, sir.
So
Absolutely.
fuck with KP if
Absolutely.
you want to, but don't come
Oh, one,
back to the show
Man.
saying y'all motherfuckers. No, no, no,
one,
no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, 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 yeah,
KP.
uh,
yeah.
one more situation though in the playoffs we got to touch on right before we go to the NFL is the New York Knicks
Yeah.
Detroit debacle in Detroit. The
Yeah,
assist that the referee gave on the shot attempt by Tim Hardaway Jr.
yeah.
Tested by
Listen,
John
man.
Hart.
If you're gonna have replay assistance and go to replay and all of that kind of shit, um,
And you can find a sky cam view of
yeah,
LeBron touching Anthony
yes,
Edwards'
and that's
wrist
exactly
on
what
an
I
out
was
of
about to
bounds
say.
play.
If you can do
You
all of that, like
motherfuckers.
just do the shit across the board, or just don't do it at all.
You
Just make the
Yeah.
calls and just it is what it is. But don't you got your crew chief talking about we should have made the call. That don't do shit for Detroit at this point.
yeah.
Like and at this point it's supposed to be not just the best teams in the playoffs, right? It's supposed to be the best crews, the best referees.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like these are calls that absolutely have something to do with getting a dub or
Alter,
an L.
yeah,
Yeah,
series altering.
yeah,
Hey,
That's
Nunya, the
2-2
world,
as
the
opposed to
world
1-1.
the world, Nunya, wants the Knicks to be good again. They have been clamoring and
I hate the Knicks.
wanting and wishing for the Knicks to be good because they say it's good for basketball. I'll
I
say
should
this:
I shouldn't
the
say
electricity, the electricity inside the
Madison
inside
Square Garden.
Madison
Madison
Square
Square Garden.
Garden, you can hear it through the TV how electric it is when they're winning. Uh, and for that, I love when Trey Young get to cooking their ass because boy, I know they got money on his head in the city of New York.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, and that's somebody else you got to look at
Yee.
is possibly will Atlanta end up trading him? You
Mm.
know, I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be some moves in this offseason that's gonna change how a lot of squads are looking.
But
So
but one thing, so you mentioned that you don't like the referee, the crew chief, saying um basically throwing the referees under the bus and saying it should have been a call because it doesn't help Detroit in the situation. In the situation like that, though, the game is ended. It was a no call. Should they go back? Should the crew chief intervene at that moment, override everything?
that's my point in saying if you're gonna use the video,
Yeah.
use it.
Well,
Like
I say that because but there was no call made. So it was nothing to review because it wasn't a call. The shot got off before the buzzer went off.
But that's
So
like in the NFL where they have all these advancements in how they're using the technology. They're even trying to speed up the game in the way they use it too. Because they don't every time you got to go to the booth and the motherfucker goes under the hood and it's taking like 10 minutes to determine if a nigga dropped it. And we can all see on TV like it hit the ground. Like they'll have the expedited calls like or they'll buzz down like, oh, that was incomplete. You
Hey,
know,
but
you
again,
know,
hey, listen, they should again once the call's made, game's over. I don't give a fuck. They came back and said some shit about the Lakers game that when Luka got tripped or I think LeBron it was some kick. They started reviewing shit and saying that should have been this, that should have been that. Listen, man, stand 10 toes down with the call. We know that the review is going to show us where you guys fucked up, but okay, we fucked up. I'm not going to talk to you about it.
but that's what I'm saying. You
What's Slim
applying
Charles?
it when you want to.
What's Slim Charles saying? The Wire? Hey man, we at war. We don't give a fuck if we went to war over a lie.
yeah.
We gonna fight on that lie.
Yeah.
Either way, we gonna fight.
It
Like
is what
it don't
it is.
matter.
Yeah.
Like man, we
Yeah.
at war. We already there. So like whether it's a lie or not, man, we passed how we got here. We here. So
Yeah.
shit, if you made the call and the call stands and we not reviewing it, I don't want to hear about that shit after the fact.
And
because
that's
we're
what
not
I'm
changing
saying.
this
Like,
shit.
what the
Yeah.
fuck are you saying this shit for? Like, it don't do nothing for Detroit. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't call it. Just let TNT and everybody else who want to say something about it the next morning on their sports shows, let them debate that shit and talk about it. Why are
That-
you talking about it?
That's for
Like,
the fandom, though. The
yeah,
fandom, like the fans want the answers, so we gotta give the people what they want.
yeah.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I think that the referees find a way to make it up to Detroit, and they win this game in New York.
They got an over and under on Brunson's knees in the chat.
oh man.
Engineer cooking in the chat
It's
tonight.
the ankles, man. But Brunson's gonna get busy tomorrow. He gonna get busy.
Oh, Nunya said test out AI refereeing. Woo.
Well, they started doing something like that in baseball, or there's certain things that they're going to implement in baseball, and I think they're even in the NFL. I know we're going to talk about the draft a little bit later, but in the NFL, I think they're changing the line. With the I think something they're changing with the first down markers. They're going to start using some sort of AI to do the first down as opposed to these motherfuckers coming out and doing the sticks and all that.
Oh,
Other
the
little,
chain. So the
yeah,
chain gang is
I
gonna be
believe
obsolete.
I believe they're doing away with the chain gang and they're gonna do some kind of testing
Oh
out some kind
man,
of
that's I don't know. That's taking away from the nigga getting down there and measuring and being like,
yeah.
You
Like,
are
yeah.
running down the
It's this short.
right.
They using two hands to do this.
If
Hey,
I could slip a card in between it, then
then the
it's
quarterback
short.
quarterback looking back at the coach like, you wanna go for it?
Right.
Like, man, get your ass out there and
Oh man.
Problem with the AI refs though in basketball would be, stars get the benefit of the doubt. They get to hold a little bit more. They get to push off a little bit more. If it's AI, that shit's called they calling shit on everybody. That
Hmm.
travel, all all of that shit's getting called. It's
Hey,
going
hey,
take a
hey,
little bit of
highlight,
the entertainment
And
aspect.
and,
hey,
and,
hey,
and,
highlight
and
Deal World's last comment.
yeah, about MMA.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly how they gonna do
Probably,
that.
probably, strike percentage or takedown percentage. Like, sheesh, man, that's crazy. I don't know,
Yeah,
man. This is AI is
I
taking
think.
over for sure. And
Yeah.
there's some areas that need to be where it needs to be implemented. That the strike zone in baseball. Let's turn that over to AI as opposed to having a
Referee
70-year-old umpire. I
with bad knees.
Yeah, like half the problem is you have to put in so many miles as a referee before you even granted the big stage, right? It's like being a pilot. This mother got to have 60,000 air hours before he can fly, commercial. And it's like, damn, by the time these motherfuckers get to the league, they already retirement age.
Their eyes is
So
bad. Their
yeah,
reflex
so
is
it's
bad.
like, give me right,
Why the
right.
umpire wearing glasses?
Oh shit.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
hey, and look, it would be some shit like this. None you say every 5 seconds of travel
Like,
and carry. Everybody gonna be like,
Absolutely.
niggas gonna be, fuck it, game
Yeah,
over.
yeah. Ratings in the toilet, man. Ratings in the toilet.
Score gonna be 12-15 final.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man.
oh, like a little league game.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Come
Hey,
on, little Scotty. You know you carried that shit. You,
let's
you walk like 6, 7 steps. But
right. Let's get to this NFL, man, because we've been talking about basketball for a minute. We over an hour in, so
yeah,
um man, so I know we got some football fans in here, and
yeah.
we were covering the draft um from day one all the way through the weekend. Uh
highlight engineer. Oh, sorry.
then baseball umps are the worst. Pitch be hitting you in the grill and buddy talking about strike.
Strike. He's out.
You're right. Oh shit.
Ooh.
But
Yeah.
yeah, man. So wait, hold on one second. I have not. Gotta ask you guys, have you heard about the Kieran retrial? And have you guys heard about that? I have not.
No, 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 no.
I have not.
Let us know what's going on, Nunya. We'll try to take a look at it too while
Yeah,
we're talking about this other stuff. But so the draft, man. Um Day one, the thing was that well shit, all throughout it was Shador Sanders. Kind of that story kind of overshadowed the draft, right?
Okay, I see
it's
what he's
dope.
talking.
Um oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I
Yes.
did not know about this, Nunya.
Yeah.
Um
This is
he
deep.
said DA and cops framing an innocent woman for
Yeah,
murder.
yeah, this is deep.
Oh, Scotty Boys. Listen, Scotty Boy said if her name is Karen, she deserves to
Oh my god.
come on, Scotty Boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, Nunya,
look into it.
appreciate that. We gonna look into that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
and maybe touch bases with you when we jump back on here next time.
Yeah,
We'll
Yes.
have some more information and really kind of go through it and
Damn, retrial was on my birthday, April 1st. Damn.
yeah.
yeah,
Um but yeah, so and this is a real hard pivot from that. Back to this draft with the Shador Sanders situation kind of started overshadowing everything. And we talked about that the last time we were on here when he didn't get drafted in the first, right?
yeah.
Did y'all expect him to go all the way down to the fifth?
No.
Not at all.
Well, hold on. After he didn't get drafted on day 2, So after the 3 rounds, he didn't get drafted. Then I was like, oh, he may go undrafted.
You thought he was gonna go
Taking,
undrafted.
they taking bums at this point in front of him. And the craziest part about it is they said that day 2 and day 3 ratings are up 40% over last year based on the fact that people were sticking around, people were tapping in, people were tuning in, people were showing up to hear Shador Sanders' name called.
Mm.
And uh, what they did to him, and again, nobody is it's not a right. You know, when they talk about it's not a right, it's a privilege,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's a privilege to be drafted to the NFL. It's not a given. It's not something that should be expected. But I find the hypocrisy in the business side of it is that did you see the draft room when they drafted Shador? Motherfuckers was in there like they was almost like, okay. So
Next.
somebody did a deep dive over the conversations they had with all the players that they drafted. So
Mm-hmm.
they drafted another quarterback. So they just ran the conversations with the other quarterback they drafted from out of Oregon, Dylan Gabriel, and
Mm-hmm.
Shador.
Mm-hmm.
And when they drafted Dylan Gabriel, they were very congratulatory. Hey man, congratulations! Happy to have you on the team. Can't wait to see you get to work. Let's go get after it. Da 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 da. Just that and the third. Then when they draft Shador, they're like, "Hey man, you know you're gonna have to earn it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Ain't shit coming to you for
And,
free now.
and,
You're gonna
and not only that, they didn't look happy.
right." They didn't look happy, but
Didn't look happy.
here's the fucked up part of the
And look
business.
and look at what Deal World says about the Gabriel pick since you bought him up.
Oh yeah,
He says it might
and
have been a panic pick.
here's the cold part about here's the business side of football and how motherfuckers be forgetting about that shit. As soon as Shador gets drafted, Cleveland plasters him all over their webpage, their website, all their social media, over in the Cleveland store. The NFL has pinned him as the top post on the NFL page. He's on the front of the NFL store. How are y'all turning this 5th round pick into
Mm-hmm.
the face of the Cleveland Browns when it seems like the coaches, the GM don't want to have him, but you guys are already trying to make money off of him. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy. If he's a 5th round pick and you guys don't want all the hoopla that comes with him, NFL, treat him like you would treat any other 5th round pick. Cleveland Browns, treat him like you would treat any other 5th round pick. You had a 1st round draft pick, plaster that motherfucker all over the website, plaster that motherfucker all over the team store. Y'all trying to get the money now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he has the highest selling jersey already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so you have a lot of fans that are saying, like, hey man, go to Shador's
Wait,
website.
who was wearing 2 in Cleveland? Was it Cooper?
Couch, Cooper. That two
Cooper?
been
Yeah.
passed
Cooper.
around like,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
on,
I'm
man.
just
Come on.
saying more
Cooper.
recently it was Cooper, right?
Yeah, Coop wore it last year.
Who could
Coop,
possibly be
be back
reuniting
with
with
the
the
Cowboys.
Cowboys, but that's another story.
Reunited and
And
it
it
feels
feels so
so
good.
dun, 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 dun. Yeah, man. It's
I, I take I take it y'all like that.
Yeah, if
hey,
it happens, hell yeah.
hey, a nigga can wish, a nigga can dream.
Yeah.
I'm saying, if only for one night, man. I don't believe, the
You hit
Cowboys ain't
us
gonna
with the
do it unless he's.
Luther. If only for one night.
Hey, hey, the Cowboys ain't gonna do it unless he's willing to work for $1 and some
For a
change.
dollar. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, do something
So,
strange for the change, but you
so,
know,
so you mentioned Shador, right? Shador. Um, the one thing I want to highlight is the crank call that he got. Right?
mm, we could get to that, KP. We could get to that. I want to get
Okay.
at its
Well,
own.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Yeah,
Let's just
I
do
want to get
it.
at its own
Okay.
little,
Okay.
its
Okay.
own little
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, I'll wait.
So here's the reality in the Cleveland Browns quarterback room. You have Joe Flacco. He's a 1-year rental. He may not even they may have him as insurance in case all else fails. You have Kenny Pickett, a journeyman who has shown that he's doing nothing. Deshaun Watson will not play.
Yeah.
This is a two-horse race
For,
between Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders.
well,
And
well, well, well. Two-horse race for what? Because
starting quarterback.
do you think it's starting out the gate?
I think it's to be on the team.
That's what I was thinking.
I think it's to be on
Listen, Bong.
the
I
team.
feel
Has
you.
5
I
quarterbacks.
feel you, but
You
I
know
don't
he has
think
5 quarterbacks.
I'm not sure
So somebody's
unless
getting cut.
unless Shador just like wows them in camp and gets a lot of reps in preseason and just rips shit up. I think it's between him and Gabriel out of who's gonna be on the team and which one they're gonna put on the practice squad. Now that's not to say that Shador won't end up being the starter, as time goes on. But out the gate, I think they're probably already gonna go with like Flacco or Pickett.
Flacco's going to start because it okay.
And
If
that's just my thoughts. Like they're
if
probably
there's
just.
if there's a starter that's not a rookie, it's Flacco. It's not Pickett. If you're talking about who can be cut, Pickett can get cut. Deshaun Watson, you say there's 5 quarterbacks on the team. He's
Yeah.
not going to play. He's
No, I
he's not
said
even.
I said for healthy Deshaun
So
Watson. I'm not even
okay,
Quarterbacks is
so
possible.
considering. Yeah.
I think I can see them cutting Kenny Pickett.
Okay.
And again, before I was trying to finish, y'all didn't let me finish.
Look, we got them going in on Pickett's baby hands.
Oh yeah,
I'm cutting Pickett and his gloves. Throw
talk about
him and
Pickett
his
is a Super
gloves
Bowl
out the.
champion. Hey, listen.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. He got them initials, man. KP, man. Come on.
Hey, I'm telling you this. If you look on social media, the Browns
Scotty
offensive
boy, go ahead, Bon.
the Browns offensive players have already picked sides. They're
Oh, I
endorsing
mean,
Shador. It's
yes,
so
because they should have picked him in the beginning. The
so
way
here's
this draft shook down, they
so here's
really should have stayed where they were and took Travis Hunter. And if cats weren't going to draft Shador, they should have took Shador later,
yes,
and then
absolutely.
you would have had both of them.
Like they did with Cam Ward, and they went back and got his receiver Restrepo, right? But
Scotty boy. Not backlash. Blacklash. They
that's
didn't
the
want to
Gabriel
that
NFL definitely made.
blacklash.
No. And I don't think it was the NFL. I think you have an ownership group that understands that the NFL is about turning a profit. We don't give a fuck about wins and losses. I promise you, Shador will see the field this year, and it will come from ownership.
So you think
Ownership,
that graphic that they showed, the video they showed where they weren't happy, the little like 15-second, you think it was
that's
the owner
ownership.
that said, "You motherfuckers just pick, no, pick him. He's
Yeah,
still available. Pick him."
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And because of that, and because of already the support that he's garnered, if you're an NFL team, if you want to get some, you're going to feel the Cleveland Browns have nothing else to play for. If you want to fill the seats, who do we want to see on week 1? Do we want to see Joe Flacco? Do we want to see Kenny Pickett? Do we want to see Dylan Gabriel? Or is the most interesting story in the NFL the guy who had people watching on day 3 of the NFL draft, Shador Sanders, Deion Sanders' son? This is marketing 101. They're already making money off of his name, image, and likeness in the NFL. The NFL itself, the Cleveland Browns themselves, why would you stop the gravy train? Do you don't think that shit's gonna roll over into the year? Even if you make him earn it and say, okay, hey, listen, Shador, you start day 1 as the second string. You're backing up Joe Flacco. By week 3 or week 4, you know the fans are going to be clamoring to get Shador on the field. He will see the field as a starter for the Cleveland Browns this year. You can book it.
Okay. What do y'all think about the message that the tweet I think it was that Deion Sanders had about the Browns and
Oh,
and and the quarterbacks and how the organization is ran, and if you're a young quarterback, he wouldn't suggest you go play
that
for the Browns.
listen, that was not coincidental that he ended up with the Browns. How about that? That was
Okay.
deliberate.
You said it was deliberate.
Yeah, that was deliberate. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I mean, but I've said it before, off, camera. Excuse me, I'm relocating. Um, that the Cleveland Browns, um, have taken controversial black players in the past. They did it with Ernie Davis, the first Heisman Trophy winner back in the day, out of Syracuse. It was between them and the Washington Redskins, and the Washington Redskins was like, you look better in a Cleveland Browns uniform, and Cleveland ultimately took him. Now he wasn't able to play because he had, I believe it was leukemia. He had some form of cancer, so his career was cut short. He ended up passing away. But yeah, that's what Cleveland has done before. So
I thought you were about to throw Jim Brown in there also.
well, that's another one.
Hey, Nunya,
Jim Brown was for the people,
everybody,
brother.
everybody loves a good underdog, Nunya. Everybody loves a good underdog. Everybody loves a good underdog.
Yeah.
I promise you, there's so much groundswell behind him from celebrities to just the common man to the just the NFL fan. You got people out here who don't root for the Browns saying, "I hate the fact that I have to go and support the Browns by getting the Shador jersey." Like he
Hmm.
has to. So at this point, you already know training camp is going to be crazy. They're
Oh
going to.
hell yeah!
I mean,
They gonna cover that shit. If they had Hard Knocks or they running that shit, they would love to have Cleveland agree to do that shit just to have Shador Sanders' story in the mix.
and again, Shador understands the way the cameras are on him now, right? And they're expecting you to
Look,
be.
Deal World just said what I said. Put them
Oh yeah,
boys on Hard Knocks. Yep.
absolutely. The world would love it. The world would love it. Man, we are living in a 24/7 reality TV show, man. Everybody's content is king. Just continue to put out content. People will consume it. The funny thing is, with Shador, everybody's expecting him to have like this negative attitude, and he knows the cameras are watching. And who knows what he's saying behind closed doors. But while the cameras are rolling, he's saying all the right things. The Browns were trying to downplay drafting him, and he was very respectful. Yes, sir. I'm just trying to come. Hey, I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to get to work. I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to get out here and ball. Appreciate you picking me. Thank you so much. I'm appreciative. Da da da. He's saying
But
all the
he
right.
is who he is. He gonna go in
Yeah,
there and he
and
going for niggas next.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. But again,
Pause.
there's no way the NFL passes up on potentially having, and what if he's good?
That
Like you
yeah.
have a lot of people asking, he got a vote of confidence from Nick Saban. But again, I said for everything Nick Saban is as a coach, he was also in the Aflac commercial with Dion. So it's hard
Right.
separate. It's hard to separate Dion's allies from people that are really analyzing the game and calling it and saying like, "Hey, this kid is good." But for whatever it is, they said Colorado put the most players in the NFL this year.
Yeah. Something to think about.
A lot of guys on the offensive end, all those wide receivers from no, I think it was the. Did they say that? I think no. I'm sorry. Let me make sure I had that right. I think Colorado put the most receivers in the
And
NFL this year.
and
I
I
think it was
was
receivers.
and I was telling you when Horn Jr. was still on the board that I thought the Cowboys should really consider using a seventh rounder on him. I think it was around that time the Cowboys had like two seventh rounders and they passed on him, and then he went to Carolina like 4 picks later. But he was still on the board, and I think
Stop talking about the Cowboys, man, and
hey,
receive.
I'm just telling you, man.
What Tupac say a long time ago, America eats their babies, man. The Cowboys hate their quarterback, bro. Like, I mean, they hate the fact they have to pay him 60 million. Like the same way they hate the fact they have to pay him 40 million.
Hmm.
So if they could cut their nose off to spite their face, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm
Look
gonna
at
say it. I'm gonna say it. The other receiver that I told you about that I was like they should consider also, and this was still late. I don't know if you remember when I sent it to y'all in our chat. It was Dominic Lovett from Georgia, and
yeah.
there was some reports of and Lovett I've seen because I'm a Georgia fan, so I already knew he could ball. But you know, and that was funny as shit. Sidebar that engineer said, KP shout out to KP's hamster. It wasn't a single steel
Hey
frame.
man.
KP just dropped off the face of the earth. Uh,
Nah, you know what? That was a party foul on my end. I was looking for a damn plug to plug my computer up, and I was like, man, let me unplug this. And of course, I unplugged the router,
oh,
and the
this dude right here.
And now your shit is all bad.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
Nunez,
now and now now look at him. Look at him, engineer.
as soon as
Shit.
engineer shot him out, as soon as engineer shot him out, it's
Yeah.
off with his head.
oh
Hey,
yeah,
Nunya said the NFL should be paying these athletes a percentage of each jersey sold. Now, Nunya, the money that they make off the jerseys go into what their collective bargaining agreement is, and it allows the players to get paid more money. So a lot of the stuff that the NFL does, these extra games, all these other things, they allow for these players to get higher wages in the grand scheme of things. Now, DP, I remember we had you put out a short the other day, and somebody asked you what the minimum NFL salary was, and you said it was how much?
For undrafted free agents.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's 840,000 this upcoming season. Last season it was 795.
and that's a boost. Like you're talking about, I think the minimum salary. I mean, that's come a long way in the last 10 years. You know, where these undrafted guys are making a couple hundred thousand.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? A couple hundred thousand
But
bucks.
they have to sign 3-year deals, 3-year fixed deals, so it's locked in. So the thing with undrafted free agents is you sign that contract, that 3-year deal. If you start balling and you outperform that contract, you stuck in that fixed deal. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's
So,
and that's fine. They talked about Quinn Ewers.
hmm
Quinn Ewers went to Miami as a seventh round pick, I believe, and he will be making $1 million per year over the next 4 years. Quinn Ewers turned down. He could have hopped in the portal last year, and he was offered $8 million to come back for one more year,
which is crazy,
and he turned it down to come to the NFL and make $1 million a year over the next 4 years, backing up Tua Tagovailoa. And he may end up getting a start, but he's still locked in at at a much lower rate.
right?
Um, so
So to it's crazy to take 5. I mean, your 5th year seniors, 6-year seniors, they will probably be going. You'll see more of them because that's just how it's gonna be. Like people will be looking at that money and comparing it to what they would get as a late round draft pick or undrafted free agent, and they'll say, "Man, I'll play another year and stack my bread here. Less games, less wear and tear on the body.
you
I'm
should
the
do it.
man here on campus." So
he turned down 8 million for 1 year to hit the league, and where he will make less in 4 years
How about
than he
Shador,
would have
right?
made. No,
Oh,
Quinn Ewers,
okay, yeah.
a
yeah,
quarterback from Texas. He was offered 8 million to transfer and stay in college for one more year at an $8 million price tag, and he turned it down. And now he got drafted in the seventh round. He's gonna make a little bit over $1 million a year for the next 4 years, backing up Tua.
You know,
We
he was
know that
round.
we know that Quinn is gonna take that job, like Scotty
look,
Boy said, like I said earlier. He's gonna
say
take that job from Tua just from injury alone.
Say Breeze back in the building. What's up, Say Breeze? We ain't seen you in a
Say,
minute. Shout out to you.
say Breeze was
Look,
good. Top of the top.
Say Breeze enters with Ewers would be the third QB behind Tua turn the ball over. It's Zachy Poo Wilson.
Hey,
Oh man.
but we do
Oh,
know. Listen, uh, like death and taxes, Tua will get concussed. So viewers,
man.
viewers,
I hope not.
man, no.
I
We got to
hope
stop doing that, man.
not.
His style of
Nah,
basketball.
my
He
hope
came
will
back.
stay where it is, man. I don't want to see the brother.
What I'm saying is, we can say what we want to say about we hope. Your boy Tua coming back from a concussion was still diving head first. After his fourth concussion, he's still making a conscious decision like, hey man, it's 3rd and 3. I got a big 300-pounder that can run a 4.5 40 running at me. Instead of taking a left out of bounds or a right out of bounds, you know what? The best option right here is for me to dive head first and try and get this first down, knowing that it could potentially cost me my career. Yeah, let me go ahead and take my head first. Like, bruh, the damage may already be done with Tua. He like, fuck it, man. I
My
only know,
man grew up watching
Yeah, I
Cat
only know one way.
from
only
Any
know
Given
one way.
Sunday.
Yeah, yeah, man.
So you think? Well, Ewers
Say
didn't know
Breeze
he was
said
gonna
it.
get drafted by then, but
Say Breeze said it. We ain't hoping for it, but we know about it. We knowing about it.
Hmm.
You
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Deal World said that Guardian cap ain't gonna be
Hey, I
on.
saw that. That Guardian cap ain't gonna be on either.
Tua out.
Two out here saying
Oh
fuck them
man,
Guardian caps,
goodness gracious, that's crazy. Dove right into Damar Hamlin's chest.
man.
Oh shit, Damar
Hey,
Hamlin caught him like, man, this motherfucker here. What you want me to do?
KP. Now that your connection is being reestablished, you was over there struggling for a minute. Did did they already fix or change the rule where you actually have the 5 years to play in college? You have 5 years on the field on the court.
No, it hasn't
Okay,
happened yet.
but
Not yet.
that shit's like over the horizon. Is you think it's gonna come through?
So supposedly it was supposed to happen. Birdie told me that it was supposed to happen in July, but I'm hearing it's getting pushed back more because of this NIL stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
The
NIL
chat
stuff.
going crazy. Oh, the chat going crazy. It's too
Hey,
much.
they
It's
own the
it's just too much. It's too much, man. That shit
buddy
got me
playing like he's a
crying.
cue ball, going into everything, huh? Pause.
Yo, but I know you wanted to talk about the prank call on Shador. So, you know what I'm saying? While we have a minute, let's kind of get to it, man. I'll give you the floor, KP.
All right, so Shador gets a prank call, right? Um, on Friday night, and well Thursday night. It was
It
Thursday, right?
was the
No,
Man,
second.
if you don't get your motherfucking
no,
facts
no, Friday,
together when they
Friday.
turn the floor over to your ass,
Relax, man.
come
Relax,
on, man.
old
It was
man.
Friday. It was
Shit.
Friday, I
Friday,
believe.
it's Friday night. He gets the call Friday
It was
night.
Friday. Wait, it was Thursday, right?
He gets
You
the
said
call.
you dropped the beer at 11. No, I dropped
Right.
the beer at 11:45. No.
Oh shit.
I dropped the beer at 11:55.
You know you done fucked up, right?
You
You done fucked up.
done fucked up.
You said the call was on Thursday. You know you done fucked up, right?
These dudes are being menaces. They're menaces. Man, don't be a menace, man. Come on. Um,
Oh,
Shit.
and for y'all that don't know, Menace to Society. That's what they quote. Okay, so he gets the call Friday night. Friday night, this is the he's already hasn't he wasn't drafted in the first round. He's a potential second or third round pick. So he gets
mm-hmm.
the call. The call is the guy is saying that he is from the New Orleans Saints. He's a GM for the New Orleans Saints. And they're gonna draft him shortly. So, he doesn't get drafted. They go in another direction. The Saints actually do draft a quarterback in the second round. Um, Tyler, I still don't know his name. Is Tyler Slew, whatever it is.
Slub or whatever.
Call him
Yeah.
Tyler Slouch because he wasn't projected to be picked in the second round. So, Shador ends up going in the fifth round to the Browns. The prank call, it's revealed that he is the son of someone that works in the front office.
Jeff Ulbrich,
Jeff Ulbrich.
Yeah.
He was
formerly
the
of the
coordinator of the
Jets.
Jets,
Absolutely.
and
And
now
that
he's the
with
coordinator for the
Atlanta
Falcons.
Falcons.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So this comes out.
And players like this dude, by the way. Like,
And reports, I'm hearing media, they're trying to spin it and say, oh, he's just a kid. Bullshit. That man is 21 years old.
Mhm.
So me looking at it, an apology was issued. There should be some kind of ramifications. I would file a lawsuit. I would file corporate espionage. And I know that sounds weird and wild, but I would file that because, and I'll read you what corporate espionage can entail. It's the act of acquiring confidential information, trade secrets, or intellectual property from one company or organization, um, by another for commercial or financial gain. So
mhm.
that's corporate espionage. And so where that comes in is this young man acquired Shador's contact information through the Atlanta Falcons. And he acquired
Through
it through huh?
specifically through his father. They said
Exactly.
it's his father's,
Yeah.
iPad
So
or whatever he had at the crib.
absolutely. So he acquired this information through his father for the Atlanta Falcons. He was able to contact him. He also posed as the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints actually did draft a quarterback. So I'm gonna say that you had some insider knowledge knowing that they were gonna draft a quarterback that night, and you so you were in cahoots with the New Orleans Saints. They drafted a quarterback. I'm gonna also say that you effed off my money by doing that, because not only did I not go in the second round, but now the salary breakdown is different. So instead of me getting anywhere from 6.5 to 9 million for 4 years, now I'm stuck getting 4 million for 4 years. So I'm filing that lawsuit. I'm throwing that on you guys. The penalty for that is anywhere from 5 to 15 million dollars if you're found guilty, with it being on a corporate level, and that could be up to 10 years imprisonment. So I'm throwing that on y'all, and I want y'all to come with a countersuit, and we just gonna have to fight this out.
And you're
So
saying
that
from
with
Shador's
the
standpoint, this is what
A-
you're doing.
to
Absolutely,
who? To who? To the
I'm
Atlanta
I'm I'm
Falcons or
I'm
to
filing it. I'm
or
filing it on.
Ulbrich himself?
I'm filing it on the Falcons. Yeah, I'm filing it on the Falcons.
He's filing it on the Falcons. Well, he's
The
filing it on Ulbrich, the Falcons,
father.
Ulbrich's son, and those 1 through 100.
I'm filing.
So he
I'm
can
putting
pull in.
cases on
Yeah,
all you
exactly.
bitches.
So he could pull in everybody in this bitch.
Denzel, Denzel, putting cases on all these motherfuckers. Hey,
Doe one,
Hey man,
doe
wait,
two.
go back up, man. What's the engineer said? I'm the type to
to
hold
sue his
on.
buddy for stealing his Kit Kat bar.
Hey man,
Hey,
nah,
listen.
you.
So I'll say this. I'll say this. The NFL, the Atlanta Falcons, are being a little bit too nonchalant and a little bit too cool about the shit.
That's why I would
Right?
sue.
They can make it a very quick and painless process by suspending Jeff Ulbrich. No,
Mm-mm.
no, listen. What I'm
Okay.
saying is you take a hard line stance, it lets people know hey man, we're not bullshitting about what's going on. We take this shit serious. Suspend the. I don't care how your kid got your iPad. Your
You got it.
iPad exactly. It shouldn't be out of your. It has
And let's
it
stop
has.
right there. Let's stop
Go
right
ahead.
there. Do you think he already knew about this shit before his son made the call?
No,
Okay.
because his son was operating as a numbskull, as a Nimrod, as a fucking idiot, because nobody would have known until you put yourself on video. We
Right.
have you on video with the call being made. Hey, that's the NFL guy's
which is,
son.
which is more reason as to why they need to take swift action and
That kid is
not
probably
suspend him.
and they
He,
call
he
him
needs to be fired.
a good kid,
Yeah. I
even though
also
he's a
heard
20
this
year
deal
old
world.
man.
I heard that other players got called too.
Yeah,
He
Isaiah
needs to be
Bond.
set as an
Isaiah
example so
Bond.
it don't happen again.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it was
did hear
another. I
that.
think it was a quarterback. Another quarterback got a
No, the receiver, Isaiah Bond.
no, but it was somebody else
Oh,
too. There was other guys. What I'm
Yeah, they
saying
said in
is,
the green room a few of them were getting
yeah,
calls.
Tyler Warren from Penn State. Um, again, but what
But Shador was just the bigger story out of it all.
yeah.
So
and what I'm saying is, the kid clearly don't have all his marbles, because why would you why would you come up there and record yourself and post it on the internet?
He
To
has all the
fa-
marbles.
no,
Come
no.
on,
What
bro.
I'm saying
You
is,
give
but
too much credit.
you're putting your father's name, your father's good name, in sullying your father's good name,
You're
right?
giving him too much credit. He felt like there was no consequence.
cloud is a hell of a drug.
That there was no repercussions
Definitely,
for what
I
he was
agree,
doing.
deal world.
I don't think I don't. Yeah, okay, maybe. Hey, listen, I just want to hear. Maybe if I hear him say a couple of sentences, we'll have our answer. You know, because that's not smart. Like, if you're gonna do it, be cool. Even if you're going to have some, if I do it, if I take my dad's iPad and I have player information on there, and I'm gonna go around prank calling people, I may put somebody on camera that's prank calling, but you're gonna have to fucking Inspector Gadget and figure out how to connect the dots from that person you see on camera to me, because I'm
No,
not gonna be on camera.
I get what you're saying.
You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, the dumb shit, where I'm calling him a fucking idiot, is why the fuck are you on camera? Knowing the shit's being recorded. As soon as that shit starts getting recorded, you gonna see me stand up and my hands gonna hit the yeah,
But see,
turn that shit off.
but
That's
you
like
can also ask questions about this and make assumptions, and this is how stories get you know start to build and stuff. But if he has whatever he had against Shador and wanted to call Shador and all of that shit, what was his pop saying about Shador? What was the team, the aura around Shador? What was the team saying about Shador? Because clearly he's getting information. He's close
Oh,
enough to get information out of his dad's
but
iPad.
think
So
about it. But think about it. Think about it though, DP. Atlanta was not in the market for a quarterback. They have too many quarterbacks as is. They trying to get
true.
rid of Kirk Cousins.
yeah,
No,
but
So Jeff
Phoenix,
Ulbrich probably wasn't. Shador was not on Jeff Ulbrich's radar to where he's thinking about Shador and like what Shador is. Oh man, like
not
this
not
part. I'm
not what
saying,
I'm saying. If he's a coach in the NFL, he's talking to other coaches in the NFL. They talk.
yeah,
All these people talk.
yeah,
All these people scout. They all exchange notes. At the end of the day, yeah, when it comes down to it, teams are trying to get the leg up and get who they want as a player. But when they're evaluating talent and going through all these combines and scouting reports and shit like that, that's I mean, I'm just saying, like,
what I'm
there's
saying is,
information in there that his son probably was. is privy to now that he
Absolutely.
wasn't before, because your ass is sitting your laptop or your phone. Listen, I said this motherfucker should have took notes from CD Lamb on how to keep a motherfucker out your phone or your tablet or whatever. Y'all saw what CD did to his girl when she grabbed the phone on draft night.
Mm-hmm.
Dog, take notes, dog. Look, you leaving your shit sitting around so your son can
But
just go
so
through it.
my thing
Somebody
is,
in the chat said it's negligence. You're very
yeah,
negligent.
but I don't think that ties Jeff Ulbrich to Shador as far as like talking shit. He's a defensive coordinator. Listen. If it's draft season, he's worried about drafting defensive players. He's not scouting a quarterback.
I
Hold
got
on.
you on that,
I
man.
hear what you're saying. Like maybe in
Maybe
passing,
not.
what
I
I'm
don't
saying
know.
is maybe in passing, you're talking shit about this guy. But if you're in draft mode, if you're talking about the offensive coordinator, if you're talking about the head coaches, these offensive head coaches, or just head coaches, GMs in general that are potentially in the position to draft Shador and set up an offense around him, and you have those guys trashing him, I get it. But your focus as a defensive coordinator, as a defensive guy, should be who are the best defensive players in this draft and which one of those guys can I get on my roster. I
Bong,
don't care about
Bong.
I don't care
You
about the quarterback
you
market.
don't, but we ain't talking about Ulbrich. We talking about his son. And I'm
Oh, I
saying
thought okay. I thought you were
no,
talking about.
I'm saying his son. I'm saying
Oh, okay.
if
I'm
he
sorry.
got
Yeah.
Shador's number,
Yeah, we're
he
just
had
talking about
access to
information.
all whatever else was in the
Yeah,
motherfucking
we're
iPad.
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Okay.
That's
I
what
thought you were.
I'm like he could see whatever's in there
No,
and
I thought you were saying that you were connecting it like he probably heard stuff from his dad talking shit about shit. Okay, I hear
yeah,
what
I'm
you're saying.
saying and maybe he did
he
that
could have.
too.
He could have.
I
Right,
mean, just because he's a defensive coordinator don't mean he didn't say nothing about him. But I'm just
right.
saying, like, he could have went in there and saw notes from whatever. Like, who knows what was
Yeah,
in
no,
that
for
bitch?
sure,
Like, if you
sure.
got enough time to sit there and find all these players' numbers, clearly your pops sat his shit down there and is upstairs, you know, doing who
Getting
knows
it,
what,
getting it in,
right?
getting it in with a
Licking
side
twat
chick,
or yeah, whatever. Like,
getting it in with a side chick. Right, right.
exactly. So that's all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
so his son had enough time to do all that. He probably saw more stuff that he wasn't supposed to see. Like, you never
he
know.
came, he
Especially
came
to be
down there.
calling
Look,
like 5 or 6 motherfuckers like
he came down there looking for Pop's cocaine and was like, "Oh shit." No, he got the
oh
iPad
shit.
out. Come here.
Hey. It was crazy. It was
We gonna have
crazy.
some fun tonight.
It was
I'm
crazy. It was crazy. And
man.
the crazy thing is, again, like when we were talking about the draft, we were just talking about where would Shador get picked. Because we were saying he was one of the top 7 we thought would go off of the board. I think Bong, you were saying 6 at the rate. Did the Raiders have
Raiders.
6?
Right?
Yeah,
I still believe that is a bigger indictment on because the Raiders drafted a quarterback as well, I believe,
man.
and they didn't go with Shador, and Tom Brady is in the building. But I think of all teams, the biggest indictment on a franchise that we believe is well run, but probably will never get over the hump again, is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Y'all couldn't take a flyer. Y'all couldn't take a flyer on
Oh,
Shador Sanders in the first 5 rounds.
who'd they take? Howard out of Ohio State, I think. Will Howard.
Yeah.
It's malpractice. It is malpractice. It is malpractice as the Pittsburgh Steelers to bring in DK Metcalf. And maybe with DK Metcalf, he just cares about the money. But to bring it, if you bring me in and you pay me immediately to be a top wide receiver, why
Yeah.
the fuck have I not had a throwing session with a viable quarterback yet?
Tomlin out there throwing like I said 5 and out, baby. That's as far as I can throw.
He's throwing him underhand.
5 and out.
he
Hey,
Oh,
look,
come on,
hey,
man.
engineer kind of took the words out of my mouth, man, but in a pause, but in a different, I was gonna say this a different way. The Steelers are perpetually first round exits. It's like that takes me back to when we were talking about Tomlin and yes, no losing seasons, but is that still mediocre? Because what does it really amount
It's
to?
it's the arrogance. I keep telling y'all, there's a couple teams I can name off the top of my head that are arrogant and arrogant NFL teams, and I call it that old money. That the blue bloods got that old money, like the Dukes brothers, right? The Steelers. Tomlin said, "I'm gonna draft defense regardless. First round, we got quarterbacks on the board. Shador Sanders is available. I'm going to get a D tackle because I'm a defensive head coach
Right.
and I believe in running the ball and stopping the other team. And it's just defense
Okay.
and run the ball, right? I'm gonna get a D tackle. You got the Giants. Hey man, we still remember the old days when we had Eli Manning. So we're gonna go out and get Jackson Dart because he comps favorably to Eli Manning.
And he
Make
went
a
to
Not
Ole
not
mistake
Miss.
just that. Not yeah,
And he went
KP.
to Ole
Remember I was telling you that? Ole
yeah.
Yeah.
Miss quarterback. That's where
And
Ole
that
he
connection was, man.
and he and you just came off of making a mistake with Daniel Jones for 6 years, and you paid him, and let Saquon walk and go get him a Super Bowl across the street. Like, so what you gonna do now? You gonna double down on somebody that was gonna be available for you in a second round or the third round. You traded up to come get Jackson Dart again. Old money, old
Yeah.
money. We living off of the past and we know what success looks like because we remember success from 20 years ago. And when we talk about old money, outside the Browns and outside the Bengals, ain't no older money than that Dallas Cowboys money.
Mhm.
Motherfuckers ain't been shit in 30 years. Right? Remember
Yeah.
Chris Rock in New Jack City with his little bitch? I used to be prom queen. And now he's just a prom fiend. But
Yeah.
again, remember in the old days, man, we gonna get O line. We gonna solidify this O line. Dak Prescott's the only top tier quarterback, the only high paid quarterback besides Patrick Mahomes that doesn't have top tier weapons. I think it's only two or three guys. Two of them are running quarterbacks, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. They don't really need two or three dynamic receivers out there because they're relying on their legs just as much as they're relying on their arms. The
Mhm.
other one is Patrick Mahomes, the greatest quarterback in the NFL right now. And if he continues on his career arc, he will challenge Tom Brady for the greatest quarterback of all times.
I mean, they're already talking about that, so
But he's
absolutely.
not there yet, though. Was
No,
what
he's
I'm
not there yet, but I'm
saying.
saying the fact that this is already a
Those three,
conversation. Yeah.
those three are the only three quarterbacks in the NFL that are considered in that top tier that don't that that don't need more than one weapon, right? Dallas with Dak Prescott, you need more than one. Joe Burrow, he just went to bat. Like, hey man, I know y'all got bad blood with T. Higgins. I don't give a fuck. Y'all gonna bring him back because I need him. I need him and Chase. Give me Jamar Chase and T. Higgins because I need two of those guys to make magic.
And those
And we can get
motherfuckers better get busy because if if they don't,
yeah, man. But it don't matter. It don't matter if they don't.
it
He's
matters.
saying this is what I need. Y'all better go out there and go play ball
Yeah, no, no, no.
with real talent.
I'm saying for
AJ
his
Brown and
sake, for his sake, in the discussions about who's great, a great quarterback, and what you can do with your team, Bong, you were already saying that Burrow needed to show that he could develop his, help develop his receivers and the teammates around him and all of that shit.
because we thought Higgins was gone, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But with Higgins coming back, because we
Oh yeah,
both were saying, "Oh, Higgins out of there."
yeah, yeah, for
With
sure.
Higgins coming back, and you went to bat for that shit. If they give you what you want, it's almost like all you saying. This is exactly what you're saying about Dak Prescott. If Dak Prescott was treated like Burrow was, and they gave him, Amari Cooper. If Amari Cooper comes back, Dak, now you have a good one too. If you not putting in that work, then it's a problem. Burrow, if you're not coming through with who you went to bat for, ownership can say, "Look, we did what you wanted, baby. We got you
Hey,
what you needed, what you
yep,
asked for." Like,
yep.
I don't want to hear that bullshit, Sharif.
No,
Get that
no.
shit out of here.
Get that shit out of here. That shit gets no play in my ride.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Hey,
saying. So they better get busy.
look what Deal World said. Deal World said the 33rd ranked defense, that Bengals defense. And guess what? Next year it's only 32 teams in the league. Next year they're gonna be 34th. They can't even they can't even sign the top sack leader in the
Yeah,
NFL
because they
last
ain't got
year.
no money.
They ain't
That's
got no
that's
motherfucking
that
money.
They
Freemason.
ain't got no money for him.
So
Yeah.
but man, did we cover everything?
So question about Dallas, man.
Oh
Is
yeah, yeah. So Deal World asks Bong, "What's your honest thoughts on Jerry Jones?" Yeah, in Deal World, I'm a Cowboys fan too. Also, I'll let Bong go ahead and take this stuff.
Jerry Jones. Remember,
Uh-oh, look, engineer,
that
engineer, hey, engineer.
hey, 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 listen. Remember when?
Oh shit.
Hey, y'all remember? Hey, y'all remember when the old Kanye said George Bush does not care about black? Okay, Jerry Jones does not care about the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones is a businessman. He runs his team like a business, and they really do make money. They churn money hand over fist, but they are a business first, a NFL football team second. And because of that, they don't pour into the football team because the brand sells itself. Blue Magic, you know what I'm saying? It sells itself. You ain't gotta put nothing. What Denzel say, you ain't gotta put nothing on it. You ain't gotta cut it. You ain't gotta water it down. You ain't gotta turn it. It sells itself. The Dallas Cowboys sells itself, so they're gonna make money whether we put a good product out there or not. Because guess what? If we stink, that stadium will be filled with 70% of the other team's fans to come to Jerry World with the biggest football screen, you know what I'm saying, in the NFL to come watch their team kick the Cowboys' ass and run out. Remember the Saints last year? Deal World, you remember the Saints after week 2? They came out there, they was doing a second line in front of, you know what I'm saying, out there at AT&T Stadium. You feel me? So,
You know what it
Jerry
is,
Jones does
dude?
not care about the Dallas Cowboys. That's
You
really
know,
what it
you
is.
know what else it is when Jerry Jones bought the team, shit really aligned for him, right? They
Yeah.
they weren't good. And then all of a sudden, like shit just really aligned for him and they won some championships. And since then, he has been chasing a high. You talking about Pookie? He was probably in there with Pookie in his old prom queen hitting that pipe, got high, and ain't seen that same thing since. And it's like it's when you chasing it and looking for it, sometimes delusion is involved.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
and he's chasing a high, dog. That's what it is. Like,
Hey, Say Breeze said, would you say the Giants, Jets are the same? Business first, they are New York markets.
Not the Jets.
No, hold on. And I see engineer said the
mm,
same thing. Maybe the Giants, not the Jets. I will say this: the last two
the Jets
years,
attempted to be.
the Jets went for it.
They attempted to be, yeah.
They went for it. It just bad luck. You get Aaron Rodgers 4 plays into his fucking career with the Jets, the Achilles injury.
That wasn't the move. That was the circus.
No. I'm saying everything that comes after it is a circus.
Yeah,
Turning the
yeah,
franchise over to Aaron Rodgers is a circus, but it was not meant to be a circus. It was them saying, okay, we're going to go for it. And if this is what we need, if Aaron Rodgers believes that he can get us there, all he needs is more control over the play calling. Oh, and you want to bring your friends in. Oh, and you want us to
yeah.
trade for the guy that had the
Devontae
best
Adams.
success with you,
But
Devontae Adams.
but that
We're going to do all that. So look at the roster they had. They had Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, what's the backfield? They had two dogs in the backfield. My man that was coming off the I think it
the
might have been
the
ACL.
ACL tear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he had somebody else going back there with him. The defense was A1. Sauce Gardner, you know what I'm saying, like Reader. You got a bunch of guys on in that secondary, bunch of guys on that line. They went for it, but I think they just underestimated how toxic Aaron Rodgers could be to a culture.
Was he
Right? They
ball
didn't do
or
they didn't do
call?
their scouting report, man. They didn't do their scouting report of what he did in Green Bay. They should have called motherfucking Jordan Love. Hey, Jordan. Hey, man. How's your relationship with Aaron?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but I mean, they already had
Got
Bryce
Robert,
Hall. Thank you,
got
Bryce.
Robert Saleh up out
Bree-
of there.
Brees Hall.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Brees. I was calling him motherfucking
They
Bryce.
they
Yeah,
already
Brees.
had Brees Hall and Garrett Wilson. Oh, why am I? They already had Brees Hall and Garrett Wilson.
Right. So what they were saying was, okay, we
But
bring
what
in
I was
Aaron
what I was
Rodgers.
saying is the other Wilson is where the hangup was, Zach, because
Well,
they were saying that the Jets had the defense and the offensive pieces in place, and it was just the quarterback. So I agree with you in terms of bringing Rodgers in. That was supposed to be the turning point. So I don't think it got to a circus until you know,
And
really
remember,
until he got hurt though.
yeah,
This is when he
and
got hurt. Not
and
not
remember,
even when they brought him in, because when they brought him in, I think everybody thought, okay, well, Rodgers is there now. They might be something to deal with.
and
But it
remember,
just kind of got crazy.
remember, um, they said, man, we're solid at every other position except quarterback. And this motherfucker Aaron Rodgers came in and won less games than Zach Wilson did.
Yeah.
and cost Robert Saleh his job.
No, he fired. He was basically responsible for firing Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, like it was his say.
But
He was like, "Hey man, I want to,"
it was games that Aaron Rodgers didn't convert and didn't score
and
touchdowns.
the defense doesn't give up a touchdown,
Yeah,
and they still lose
and they
nine to
lose.
six or nine to
Yeah,
Does
seven.
hey
cost
does
Robert
Rodgers
Saleh his
does
job.
Rodgers end up with the Steelers before it's all said and done this offseason? Does he end up with the Steelers?
I think he does.
And if he does, it was probably see. This is where Mike Tomlin and his loyalty to veterans. If Aaron Rodgers ends up with the Steelers, this is where Mike Tomlin and his loyalty to veterans will kick him square in the ass again, because that means that Mike Tomlin already had a handshake deal with Aaron Rodgers. Probably is also what caused him not to go after Shador Sanders if you don't want to fuck with the psyche, or what I'm saying, with the psyche of Aaron Rodgers when he's in the building and you have a young Shador Sanders looking over he's looking over his shoulder at, hey man, when the crowd is calling for Shador and all the theatrics around him, you're still worrying about his fragile psyche. So if he ends up with Pittsburgh, this deal was already made the first time he met with Tomlin, and
Hmm.
he just doesn't want to report. He doesn't want to report to all the OTAs, the mini camps, and all that other stuff. He'll sign and show up during training camp, and Mike Tomlin will believe once again, like he believed when he had washed up Russell Wilson, that they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs. He will indeed make the playoffs, and he'll flame out in the first round with a subpar offense
Hmm.
and a top 10 defense. It's an offensive league. Like, if anybody tells you, like, hey, having a strong defense will be great secondarily, but if you don't have a strong offense in this league,
It's gonna be hard to win.
it's gonna be hard to win because everybody else, listen, man, the league has told you what we want. It used to be, hey, big hits in the 80s, in the 90s. The bigger the hit, the better. We will stretcher a motherfucker off of here and we will put that shit on Sports Center immediately as a highlight. Now they don't even show them shits no more.
Hey,
Motherfucker,
I just watched the Bears 30 for 30. They were like, man, we would go through like 3 quarterbacks
yeah.
in the
Like,
game.
now,
Like,
if they hit a motherfucker too hard, they won't even show that shit again. Oh,
right.
yeah, it was kind of gruesome. We don't want to really show that again. So, for the sake of the fans at home and the families watching, we won't cut to that again. Nigga, I'm going to Twitter to find that shit. Let me see a nigga broke arm or leg or whatever. But anyway, they've told you we want to focus on the offense. We care about the offense. We don't care about defense. Offense is the way that we're going, right? Fantasy football is huge right now.
Oh my god.
Parlays, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying, with prop betting. That's
Yeah.
huge right now.
Yeah, you got Kevin Fitzpatrick's corner and
All
Kevin
those things are
Nigajowski's picks, you know.
all those things are inching further towards, hey man, this is the offensive league. The NFL is an offensive league, not a defensive league. You may
Yes.
have some defensive standouts. Yeah, you might have 20 sacks. Look at the sack leader. The sack leader for the Cincinnati Bengals, Trey Hendrickson, last year had one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Like, yeah, you can have your sacks, you can, put up good stats, but we don't give a fuck. We don't value that shit. We value what Joe Burrow can do with his arm, with
Mhm.
Jamar Chase and fucking T. Higgins, and you know what I'm saying, what's the young boy they had back there, number 30, Chase Brown.
Yeah.
He doesn't name Chase Brown. He was a dog. Ooh,
Yeah.
he held me down on all my fantasy teams. I had him on all my I had him on all my teams. Chase Brown, number 30 for the Bengals.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
Who
He's
was
a
the
dog.
they had another running back. I got him and he stunk. I can't remember who he was, man. It was the running back for Cleveland. I mean, not Cleveland, Cincinnati. Had me so upset.
Cleveland, this is for you.
I'm gonna have to look him up. Damn.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, man,
I
so
mean, but I think the Steelers are gonna go with Rodgers because I mean, come on, man. You think they're gonna have Mason Rudolph starting in the beginning of the year? You see Mason Rudolph being the guy? No, I wasn't mixing.
end up
Mason
being
Rudolph.
Rodgers.
Who are you talking about, KP? You said that was the other guy on Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Oh, who Chase Brown took his job.
yeah.
If you listen to the insiders before the season started,
No,
if you
Mixon
listen
was
to the
gone,
insider,
Bill World. He was at
yeah.
Houston.
If you listen to the insiders, it was I think it might have been not P Ryan. P Ryan was gone too. It was
P-Ron was gone.
it was a dude that I think he came from Houston or something. Uh, but if you listen to the insiders, and remember he got injured too towards the end of the season. The other guy got injured. But if you listen to the insiders before
Zach
the season started,
Moss.
Zach Moss
Zach
came
Yeah,
Moss.
yeah,
from the
yeah, yeah,
Colts,
yeah, yeah,
came
yeah,
from
yeah.
Indianapolis.
Close,
If you
yeah.
And
listen to the insiders,
wasn't Moss with wasn't he
Indiana,
with Buffalo
Indianapolis.
before that? He
Yeah.
was in
Oh,
Buffalo before that. And then
okay.
he went to the Colts, then he went
Colts.
to
Yeah. Zach
So
Moss. Man.
the
so
Bengals.
if
Yeah.
you listen to the insiders, they told you that Chase Brown was the future. Um, you know, but he got
And you're supposed to be an insider, Kevin Fitzpatrick? Come on, man.
Football. I'm not the insider in the NFL.
he ended up getting hurt towards the end of the year, and he really cost me in a bunch of my playoffs because
I got to talk to my son for that insider stuff. My youngest son, he's the
Hey
insider.
man, you remain an insider. You don't give your source. You just say I gotta talk to my sources. And you
Nah,
remain an insider. You already fucking up, Kevin Fitzpatrick.
hey,
Come on.
hey Nunya, I feel you, man. The fantasy football is such a crapshoot, man. You can do well all season. All it takes is one bad week to get you kicked square in the ass and out the playoffs to
My
somebody
teams
that.
always come on too late.
how about one bad draft and taking McCaffrey last year?
I mean,
Yeah.
McCaffrey, for everybody that says, "Hey, McCaffrey was like the buoy to people's ships." He's one pick, man. Someone like Chase Brown. Chase Brown might have went undrafted or he went in the later rounds. Shit, he gave you hella production. You know what I'm saying? It's you can overcome one bad pick, man. It's just how obviously with your top guys, it's best to ensure those guys anyway. So you want to get the second guy on the depth chart to back up your first two running backs. But in the case of the 49ers, they can't seem to keep a running back healthy. They run through about 3 or 4 of them a year. So I don't know what the fuck is in the water over there in San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little pixie
Moved to Santa
dust,
Clara.
maybe a little pixie dust in the water. But
Mhm.
They moved to Santa Clara. It's
yeah, you know. Anyway, engineer, you say Mixon. You heard Mixon is the top 3 running back in the league. Uh,
top
hey, I know
3.
you love him. I know you love him in Houston. He ran out of gas on you late, man.
Damn. So you're
Yeah,
saying
we'll
he's
have to
right
see.
behind? You saying he's right behind Saquon and Derrick Henry? Hmm.
He ran out of gas on you late, engineer. But oh yeah, Godwin. I had him on the squad too.
Mhm.
That was tragic. He was going to do crazy things this year. He was going to put up crazy. Chris Godwin
And
with Baker Mayfield.
they picked up a receiver, right? Tampa Bay, I think they drafted somebody
Yeah.
because of that. I think.
But with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what we have to look at now is you lost your offensive coordinator to
Engineer
do.
said, "Oh, he's a Houston player. I didn't realize."
They lost their off. Hey, Tampa Bay lost their offensive coordinator to Duval. So,
Yeah,
let's see what the offense looks like. But
Man, and speaking of Tampa Bay, man, they picked up a free agent, man. Who was the free agent they got?
Shiloh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
undrafted free agent. He
Shiloh
might
said,
make the team. He might make the team. We'll see.
"Hey, he was one of the best parts of the draft, man. Keeping little bro spirits high, man.
His
That shit was
his
cool.
his attitude period is cool, man. Like
Yeah, I mean,
so
he a
I'm
kid that
rooting
can come
for him.
with money, man. He ain't tripping.
Yeah,
He living his best life. But man, got to talk a little draft, a little NBA playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. If we haven't told y'all already, I think we had a few new faces in the chat, man. But please like, share, subscribe, and comment. The 3+1, formerly known as the Holy Trinity. We appreciate y'all tapping in. We truly, truly do. We will holler.
yeah. 2 Peez and a bong, y'all. We out.
Peace.